So
Hi.
in the 2010s, there was a video game that released about dying in a submarine.
You're really going to date this that quickly?
It's dated itself because it's about the 2023 E3, NOT-E3 show. We're in the middle of June.
Oh, God.
Like, this video is dated regardless.
I mean,
Like, this is almost as dated as a YouTuber I follow who just did a review of the 2003 E3.
Okay.
They're like
fair
supposed
point.
to be snapshots of pop culture of the time, you know?
Fair point. Guys,
Let's see, what is the video game called? The video game is called Iron Lung.
Yeah, I was just about to say, did you buy into the conspiracy theory that the sub going down next to the Titanic made Iron Lung copies soar?
What do you mean conspiracy theory? It's not a conspiracy theory if it's real. The conspiracy theory part is that the developer used ancient magics to make it happen.
That's also real. What do you mean?
Oh no. Man, it's not even been like a few hours since they declared that the sub probably imploded and we're already...
Oh yeah, when...
I mean, that sucks and all, but...
It does suck. Like, my heart goes out to those responsible, except for the dumbass president.
Less than 1 hour.
Fuck the dumbass president.
No, I mean, like, everyone involved knew that the risk was incredibly high.
I don't know if the other
I don't
people
think
did.
they understood how many cost-cutting measures he made.
I mean, if they didn't look into it, I don't know what to tell you.
Man,
I think it was pretty public.
I don't even know how you would, like sign on for this.
You get very rich, and then you don't even need to be that rich. It's $250,000. Some like upper middle class person could probably afford that.
Well, not reasonably. That's like a mortgage on your house.
Yeah, but like if you're doing a honeymoon or something.
Honey, do you want to come down with me to the Titanic? We can bring an entire car and be
the
like
Titanic
Rose and
is a
Jack.
really romantic movie, okay?
We could be
can
like
recreate
Rose and
the
Jack.
scene where I
Look,
draw you or something.
Here, just help me push this car into the ocean.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, like they cut a lot of corners on that.
Oh my
thing.
god.
I don't know. I don't
fucked up.
I don't
Anyway,
feel a lot of sympathy for them. I'm not gonna celebrate it. But
no.
It's funny.
I'm just kind of gobsmacked with exactly how many like memes and people just being like so flippant about it there is. Like, there's very little reverence. Everyone's just being like, yeah, this was just stupid. This is funny. It's so dumb. Which is,
to be fair, this happens for pretty much every tragedy. It's just I don't post the memes for most.
Well,
of them.
no. Like this isn't just what you've posted. It's everything. Like people on the news are being like so somber about it, and everything I just find online is like, lol, sub exploded.
I found out they died because I was sent a meme where it was Crab Rave saying 5 billionaires are dead.
Just Crab Rave announcing the death of 5 idiots in a sub. Oh my god. It's so bad. But this is a video game show. Hi everyone.
Yeah, we'll go review Iron Lung later. Anyway, first we gotta do
in
E3.
Minecraft. In Minecraft.
Oh yeah, in Minecraft.
In Minecraft. Yes, indeed. True.
Anyway, hi, welcome back to our E3 roundup. This is the last one.
Welcome to our 24-hour Furret stream.
Oh my god, they're technically... I woke up earlier than I wanted to, so I'm a bit tired, but...
Gotta get that pepping up energy.
So, like I said last time, this is going to round up a number of different shows. Let's see, last time we did up to the Xbox show. This one's going to cover everything after that. So, starting with the PC gaming show, Ubisoft Forward, Xbox had a none of us watched the second Xbox conference. I should probably take that off the list.
I don't think there was anything there that wasn't showcased
Wasn't
at
it
the
just
main
like
show.
more information about the things?
I
they showed
don't
the first
know.
time?
They're probably
Actually,
I
wait,
think there was
hold
something
on.
shown.
Hold on. There is a very important distinction. So, what Immortals
I
of
didn't watch it. I
Avenum,
don't
I
think any
think
of
is
us
what it
did.
was. The new EA game with the magic
Yeah,
shooting.
Immortals of Avenum.
Yeah, Immortals of Avenum. It has been delayed.
Oh, that's
Wow.
good.
Really?
They delayed it. So, yeah.
Why?
Only by a few weeks. However, this is
okay.
squarely a bad idea
That's weird.
because I believe that puts them in
Didn't
the
they
same
just-
release window as Starfield.
Okay. Well, hold on, because this is the first time we're hearing about the game, isn't it?
Huh?
This show. So they probably had it almost completely finished, and then they announced a release date, and now they're delaying it. Man, they're just speed running video game development. I guess
No,
I
no.
get the feeling on that.
So apparently, this was due, and I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but I heard this secondhand from Jesse Cox 5-Minute Gaming News the other day, and basically, there was a lot of buzz and attention around the game, and apparently a lot of people weren't really satisfied with the polish. So they basically said, okay, we're going to take a little while to make sure that the game looks as good as possible, because apparently there's a lot of people who are interested in it, but they want to make sure that it looks good and like meets standards.
I don't know if I feel that the polish is bad. I don't like the art direction on the game. I think is the main thing.
I
Polish
agree.
is great. I think it looks very polished. It's just I don't like the art direction.
I think
that much.
The main issue I have with the game is that the
I don't
enemies
hate it, but-
look like the same fucking enemies. Like, all
Maybe.
video games.
I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to them.
I have no idea.
What was I doing? Oh, right.
But
So
anyway.
we all skipped the Xbox Showcase Extended. If they showed anything off, it probably wasn't that major.
I'll look into
We're
it.
going to be summarizing also this is going to cover this section. We didn't pull things from all of these, but Capcom Showcase, I don't think we have anything from that, though.
Oh my
Games
god.
for Games. We do technically have something from that, mostly just to complain about the show.
Technically.
Yeah.
Black Voices in Gaming was basically Games for Games, but for a different demographic. Grasshopper Direct, Atlas Direct, and by the way, the Atlas Direct was exclusively about Metaphor.
So, I
then-
just looked into it now. The
Nintendo-
the
Sorry, go
Xbox
ahead.
thing had Phil Spencer playing 33 Immortals.
What?
Oh, cool.
Oh wait, there's a High on Life DLC called High on Knife.
Oh, that was a DLC. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there wasn't.
Life of P
I
gets a
saw
new
that
gameplay
floating
trailer.
around. I saw that floating around on Twitter. I didn't realize that it was a announcement that was made at that show. That makes sense, though.
Yeah,
A
fair enough.
behind-the-scenes look at the new Senua Saga Hellblade trailer that still doesn't show gameplay footage.
What? But the
Uh,
gameplay was shown in the first trailer.
Was that gameplay? I'm convinced that was
Yes.
just a fucking
You guys must have never seen gameplay of the original Hellblade.
I don't know. Anyway. Oh my goodness. I believe that the ferret has worn out, so shall we go to the... Well, actually, wait, no.
Oh, one last
We
thing.
have not introduced ourselves yet.
Nintendo. We're also summarizing the Nintendo show.
Yep.
Indeed.
Nintendo decided once again to give us 1 day warning
Yep.
about their show, and it happened yesterday.
Fantastic.
Woo.
But yeah.
But yeah, Curry has a good point.
I am Curry. Who are you two?
I'm Currit. Currit?
Curry.
Currit. Carrot.
Hi, everybody. We're all Currit.
I'm Big Iron. Wait, no, that's not me. Hold on. Dosha. I'm Dosha. There we go. I
Okay.
figured it out.
Carrie.
You figured it out in the
Dosha.
end.
Yay,
One more
we got
important
it.
thing, apparently, and I want to emphasize this. In the Xbox Extended, they showed off a new mech-based multiplayer farming game.
What?
Uh,
What? What does that mean?
Why are there so many farming games?
Okay, I guess I'll watch that later. I just could not muster up the energy to watch it. Like, I had it in a tab, and I was like, I really want to. Because it's mostly going to be the same stuff.
Oh, DLC for Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, that's actually
cool.
big news. Okay. But, like, look. I forgot what I was going to say. Let's go to the first one.
Sure thing. Oh, I should probably say, shows, so this is going to be our last show, probably, for all the gaming announcements.
Yeah.
Everything else is too spread out. Annapurna's interactive showcase is not until the 29th, and then there's nothing else around it. THQ Nordics is in August. Gamescom is in August. The Future Game Show is another show in August, but all of those are like different weeks from each other. Anyway, this is going to be the last summary.
Future in the name.
Yeah, this is going to be the last summary for any of this stuff. So,
man, did anyone else feel like this was a particularly like light E3 in terms of like huge announcements? There were a bunch of small, neat announcements, but there was very little that was like.
Honestly,
blow out the water.
I think if you don't count Starfield, which I don't, I think the biggest announcements they had was the stuff at the Nintendo Direct.
No, yeah, I genuinely think so, because I'm like, Sony didn't really have any like huge announcements.
They had Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Sony had Spider-Man. That was their big announcement, but I think everyone kind of knew that Spider-Man 2 was coming out. The surprise was Venom.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're talking about things that are coming out this year, and we saw 15 minutes of gameplay, that's not small.
Yeah, it's not small at all, but...
That reminds me of something very important.
It's the same game as last time, though, so, you know, I mean, if you like the game, you know, there's nothing particularly... I guess you get to play as more than one Spider.
Yeah.
Man.
It's Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man
2, yeah. So, last time, we went through a couple of trailers, I said, oh, hey, there's a Beastie Bowl demo. I'm going to go try that. So I did. I played the entire demo, and I still don't get it.
You still don't get it?
I
still don't get it.
Do you not understand the volleyball aspect or the monster raising aspect?
The fact that they're combined, I don't understand how you're, like, combat makes no sense with how both easy and hard it seems.
You mean the fact that you lose when the volleyball hits the ground on the enemy team?
No, so if the volleyball hits the ground in a row or column that is not being defended, you win. You only get 2 beasties per match. There are 4 spots.
Yeah.
So you basically can't move them all to be side by side, or you'll lose there. It's very weird. Go play the demo. Like, I can't explain it. Anyway.
I don't know. I've played enough sports, like ball and net sports, that I feel like I understand what they're going for there.
As we know, there are only 2 types of sports. There is ball sports and there is sports.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, no, I mean like the ball and net sports. Combine it. Ball net. Netball.
Anyway, starting off with our first trailer of the today is Yasuke, A Lost Descendant. I had this on my list because this game looks fucking cool as shit. It's right up my alley with everything I enjoy, and I had to confirm it is not a sequel. I thought it was.
Do they have a... I want to know, is Kenny Lawrence voiced by somebody from...
No, excuse you? Kenny fucking Lawrence.
I don't know. But yeah, he sounds kind of familiar. I wonder... He sounds like a Team 4-star guy.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, no, he does. He does sound like he's voiced by Takahata 101 almost.
Okay, is that who it is?
Oh well, maybe it's not Takahata. Am I thinking of the wrong one? No, Takahata is the one who does like the really suave voices, like
who's the guy who voices Farmer Number 1?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
Oh. So I just found.
Is it bad that I knew immediately who you meant? but I genuinely don't know who voiced him.
There's only one thing to do: get my gun.
Get me gun. That's like episode 1 shit.
Wow, 5, huh?
God, back
So
when there
there
was
is-
no production value.
So this is actually very interesting.
kidding?
This is
Hold
based on
Hold up.
I gotta
And-
refute that. Listen.
Listen.
Team 4-Star had like leaps and bounds more production value than every other abridged series that was going on at the time.
I mean, that
It
much is true.
revolutionized abridging.
I'm not
Like,
disagreeing
before
with
that. Was Naruto abridged. Have
But,
you ever
like,
gone back
bro,
and looked at it?
Bro,
She was
like,
terrible.
look back at episode... I just recently rewatched all of Dragon Ball Z Abridged because I just got the itch to. And man, it's not even funny how big of a quality jump there is from, like, quote-unquote season 1 to, like, right before they go to Namek. It's insane. Like, the jump of them going to Namek is such a huge quality increase that it's kind of unbelievable. It's insane.
Well, I mean, that was their second arc. They had a lot of time to polish things up.
Yeah.
Carrot, what were you saying?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm saying that this is actually based off of a myth, or maybe a true story. I don't fucking know. Anyway,
say.
Yasuke, it is from 1560s.
Oh. Is
Okay.
it about
something
Oda
like-
Nobunaga? Is this
Yeah,
part
it
of
is.
the
It is
Warring
Oda
States?
Nobunaga.
Yeah, okay.
But apparently there are multiple movies, shows, and everything. There's even a TV show, or there's a movie called Yasuke Lost Descendant. Has no relation to this one at all.
Fair enough. So it's sort of like a sci-fi hip-hop retelling of Japanese historical Warring States period tale.
Yeah, the historical figure. Okay, here we go. In 1579, Yasuke arrived in Japan in the service of Italian Jesuit missionary. Not gonna try to pronounce that name. Visitor of missions in the Indies in India. Yasuke was one of the several Africans to have come with the Portuguese to Japan.
Oh,
during
yeah.
the bond trade.
Yasuke is the one black samurai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
I was just
forgot
about to
about that.
say. I remember,
is the-
like, he's the...
Yeah, very
God.
cool figure.
I don't know if if I'm remembering this or not, or if people just said this, but I'm pretty sure that was, like, the inspiration for also, like, Afro Samurai and all kinds of, like, stuff like that. Just because
Could be. I
this
don't know.
one person existing gave so many people so many ideas.
I never got around to watching Afro Samurai, despite wanting to.
That's a shame. It's a really good show.
Yes, it is. Actually, yes, that is what it's saying here.
Oh, good. Okay, I didn't misremember. Kenny fucking Lawrence.
But no, I can't find any voice actor listings, so I guess we'll find out whenever the game comes out.
But
Yeah,
anyway.
so,
But yeah, I'll be buying this. Probably not day one because I have too many games to play, but this is right up my alley. It's got the sick movement, it's got the sick combat, it's got the anime style. I really like the
got
voice
the sick
acting.
anime style.
surprisingly.
Sick anime style, quote unquote carrot. But
Yeah.
honestly, I look at this
Look,
and I'm like, this does look
Are
cool.
you saying this right here isn't sick anime style? Like, look at that. That was cool.
It looks cool. I'm not gonna down it. I have no problem with the game. Really, I think that it looks in like the platforming sections. It looks a little bit bland because it's all
Yeah, I
just
can
blank
see that.
rectangles. But like other than that, game looks cool. The thing that's really hooking me is this just whatever the hell this song is in the trailer. It's just really it's really smooth and bumping. I'm liking it quite a bit. But I think that the problem for me is I like the song more than I like the gameplay. I think I like the animations pretty high. Well, God, I can't English today. I like the animations quite a bit. Like this is very expressive. Like just one line from the villain and you're like, "Oh, okay. Kenny fucking Lawrence." You know so much about that character just from him saying his name with fucking in between. Like that's all it is. So I think this game does look neat. But at the same time, I'm like, if the parkour sections are going to be that boring, I probably wouldn't consider buying this at full price. Because it look like the parkour sections legitimately look borderline unfinished to me. I'm really like down on that part of it.
It might be because this game doesn't have a release date yet.
Because like all of this, like these environments where you're fighting, they look detailed, they look nice, they look good. And the animations are certainly great, which is why it's so much of a fucking shock to me that you just look at it as like, it just doesn't look done. And the like parkour movements as well also kind of look a little unrefined. They're fine, like there's not a big deal with them, but they look like not really fluid. They look a little rigid to me. But again, this is just me nitpicking, really.
Was this right here made me think, oh, this is a sequel to something. This makes me feel like that's like an old character from an old game. This is their first game they've ever made, so I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be good, and more power to them on their first game. I hope that the parkour looks a little bit better. I would probably get this on sale.
Yeah, I'm excited for whenever it gets any more information, because we don't even know when it's coming out. Moving right along to the next thing, it's also I added to the list, and I'm very upset that it's a VR game. Because this looks so cool. It's called Sushi Ben.
Hi, Sushi
You play
Ben.
as a sushi chef, and it's got these like manga comic style. It looks really well designed.
It's got this really great visual style, and then you know it's going to be a wacky game because it's made by the creator of Hatoful Boyfriend.
Yeah.
What?
It says that in the trailer. You didn't see that part?
I look at this and I like got a whole bunch of vibes from a bunch of different games. Like I see a little bit of Katamari. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And I see like, oh god, what is that other game that's just like nonsense? It's like, it's an old Japanese-only game that was just wholly nonsensical, but it became a cult classic. I can't think of the name
LSD?
of it. No.
Okay. You gotta be more specific.
I genuinely can't think of the name. It's fine. Yeah, from the creator of Hatoful Boyfriend. Hatoful Boyfriend.
Which, by the way, in case you are too young to remember, Hatoful Boyfriend was one of the first, like, truly, like, zany dating sims, where what you are dating instead of cute boys is birds, various, mostly game birds, things like pigeons and partridges and stuff. Like, they're just they're not monster girls. Or monster boys, I guess, in that case.
No, they're just birds.
You're playing as a girl. They are just, it's literally JPEGs of, like, photographs of the bird. And they were put in the game, and you date them. And also, you are a human girl, and you're the last human girl, and you're going to an all-avian high school. They found you in a cave.
Wild.
Anyway,
Man,
so that
Hatoful Boyfriend is such a good game.
It's also got a really wild ending.
Well, at any rate.
It's a very crazy game.
What is, this game does have that energy. It's fucking crazy looking. It's great. It is a little bit held back by the fact that it's VR, but at the same time, like, if you have a VR setup, because more and more people, God, I can't talk. More and more people will, eventually.
I mean, VR is cheap right now.
Quote-unquote cheap.
Well, $300 is not that much.
Just wait and pay, like, however much for the Apple headset.
It's going to be cheaper, too, because Quest has gone over to their next model, which means the Quest 2 is going to be even cheaper going forward.
So I just found out something very interesting about this game. Apparently, this game got announced 260 days ago on Itch.io.
That doesn't surprise me. More and more people are going to Itch.io.
Yeah, I don't think of it
there
as
was actually a demo at that
video
time.
games. I've never thought of it as a place to get real video games, but apparently it is a place to get real video games. So
yeah, more and more.
Yeah, that's where he put the demo for it initially. There's no demo anymore, it looks like.
Didn't Itch.io used to be like where you basically just put your homework, more or less? Like if you were doing game design or something, you would put like various files and stuff onto it, and that would be all it was.
I mean, mostly it's basically post-Flash. It's like cool math games for most of it, right? So it was like the post-Flash cool math games website, or Macromedia, Shockwave, or that kind of stuff.
Oh God, Shockwave. Anyway, point is, Sushi Ben looks cute.
Yeah, before we move on to the next one thing I want to point out that's very important. When this person is fishing, it says "good gerb."
Good gerb.
Good gerb.
Good gerb.
Anyway, moving on to the next one. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know who this is. Cavern of Dreams.
This is mine. I put this one in here because I am honestly shocked that more people aren't trying to do like a direct N64 style aesthetic.
Like, yeah, it looks like a PlayStation 1 game.
Like, when I was looking at this, I'm just like, this is so cutesy and so, like, classic. This actually looks like a real N64 game that was upscaled. This is like Banjo-Kazooie levels of, well, like, original Banjo-Kazooie levels of, like, graphical capacity, I guess is the correct word I'm looking, or the correct phrase I'm going for, rather.
This is a new video game for old people.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
I'm just like, this looks so cute, and it is 100% nostalgia bait. But nevertheless, it is quite charming, and it's like super creative, really. It has the aesthetic of like an older game that had to make do with what it had, so it just really tried to make everything look as good as possible through like texture and like two-dimensional texture and all that.
And it's also got the collectible.
One hopes that it will actually be finished on launch then, just like the old games.
Indeed. Can I get a cartridge? I want a cartridge.
I'm sure limited.
Oh my god! You know what? Maybe there will be a limited run games of this. So who's the publisher?
Well, I've got it pulled up right here, actually. So it's being developed by By9 Studios and published by Super Rare Originals.
Super Rare. That I'm not familiar with.
I'm looking it up now to see what Super Rare is.
Some kind of indie label that I've never heard of. Whack.
Alright, so Super Rare Games made Human Fall Flat.
Oh.
Worms WMD N++ Ultimate Edition.
Oh wow. Wait, did they port it? They probably ported it then.
It does not specify. Oh, they made the Legendary Edition for Evoland.
Okay, yeah, so they're
There's a game called The Sexy Brutale.
That sounds familiar to me for some reason.
Freedom Finger, that's an interesting name for a game. Oh.
Nice.
It's a middle finger rocket leaving Earth.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, that's the long and short of it. I wanted to bring this up with... Wait, Super Rare made Abzu?
ABZU.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this up because it's like, I'm surprised that more people aren't trying to make stuff like this. Like, this is a very cute looking game.
Oh. These are the people who... Okay, so these are definitely publishing for a bunch of different developers. These people published Superliminal.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Webbed? Oh.
I don't know that
Yeah,
one.
I know a lot of their games, actually.
Oh, alright then.
The company releases limited print games for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Well, that's not a cartridge. Well, it is a cartridge. Damn, the monkey's paw curls.
The monkey paw has curled, indeed.
I mean, you can always hope that a limited run will end up making like a... I don't know what they would do. Would they do a PlayStation 1? Probably.
It would have to be a Nintendo 64 cartridge.
Yeah, it would definitely be an N64 cartridge. This has like the feel of like Banjo-Kazooie.
No, PlayStation 1 it can handle this. In fact, it's more powerful than a...
Well, yeah, but a cartridge is more limited run style. They only make discs of like modern games. I don't think they've gone back and made PS1 or PS2 things, but they've made plenty of cartridges for like the N64, the NES,
I see.
that kind of thing. Yeah, they've made Game Boy games. I think the weirdest one
Fair
they
enough,
did
then.
was God, what was it? They made a 3DS game. I think was the most outlandish thing that they did.
Did it actually have 3D?
It was, God, it was a re-release of a game for 3DS that had at that point only been available on the shop, which is now no longer. I don't remember what it was called. I think it involved a cat of some kind, but I can't recall. It's been like years.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway, I think we're safe to move on then. Unless there's anything
the next
else,
one
anybody.
is Everdeep Aurora.
This is another one of mine. So I am a sucker for good pixel art. Just look at this. Look at how expressive this is. It's so neat.
Look at the cute cat.
It's a cute cat. But like this has a lot of vibe going for it that I really like.
It has a lot of vibe.
It has a lot of vibe
Quote
is how
Curry.
I describe it.
It has a lot of vibe.
It has a lot of vibe. Am I wrong?
Quote Curry 2023.
This has a good vibe and a wonderful pixel art aesthetic is just the general sense I get from it. But like, man, every time I look at this, it's like, this is how you do a good pixel art game. Like, look at that. That's nice.
Yeah, it is pretty. I don't think I would play it, but it does look pretty.
It also just looks fun. It's just a 2D platformer with also random 3D, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say that those dice were 3D.
There's a fishing minigame for some reason.
Because every game has to have a fishing minigame.
Fishing minigame?
Eventually. Oh yeah, I don't know if you were here last night for my suggestion, Curry. I suggested it to Dosha. We should have a little subsection of our channel called like FMG, where we do like a short or whatever where we review every fishing minigame in every single game ever.
That's fine. I'll get on to Destiny. They just added one with this last season.
Oh my god.
I'm not kidding. I don't know what possessed them to put so much effort into it, but they did. Anyway. But yeah, no, that's no real words, just vibes. Pure vibes.
Yeah, so I kind of have the same idea of that, that concept of no real words, just vibes for the next one. I'm not interested at all in playing this game. But it's cool of a concept that someone decided to make. You know, I know people really like space. I know there are some people that really like playing trucking games. Let's make them both the same fucking thing.
You actually put Space Trucker on here?
Yes, I want to talk about this because that's a cool idea. I don't like cars, even if
it takes the
work for a
appeal
car dealership.
of games like Ice Road Trucker and Euro Truck Simulator, and it puts it into a fantastical setting of outer space. I mean, like, there's definitely a lot of appeal to be had here.
Yeah,
potentially.
Like, the specific niche of the Venn diagram has to be so tiny on this.
I'm just looking at this like it's a really neat game. I just want to know what the gameplay is actually like.
I just like the ordinary street signage appearing in outer space.
Yeah,
that is very
There's a speed limit
Futurama
sign in the trailer.
That is incredibly Futurama. My god.
Man, even gas in space isn't that expensive.
Excuse me. Gas in space is, well, that's per gallon, and you need like 100 gallons.
At first, I thought it was Optimus Prime, but it was not.
It's Optimus Prime, but he can fly now.
I thought it was another Transformer thing, aside from the Fortnite one we got earlier. Let's see.
Yeah,
we got Star Trek.
Is it on this one? It's the next one. There. Yeah. See, there it is.
Yeah.
Speed limit 75. 75 what? I wonder.
This looks like Desert Truck meets No Man's Sky.
This does not look like Desert Bus. What the hell?
Bus.
We need Desert Bus 2.
Desert Bus 2. More desert.
Now we move on to the thing that me and Dosha have talked about a little bit over the last one. It's time to On Guard. I played the full demo for this.
Yo.
This is a really, really fun game.
Oh,
Really, really fun mechanics.
yeah, I remember
Go
this
play
one.
the demo if you're at all interested in it.
I like the swashbuckling type character, and this is a game that is about dueling. And having actually done rapier fighting before, this is the type of game I'm pretty interested in. Pretty cool protagonist. There aren't a lot of games about dueling. There really aren't. There aren't that many. The last one I played that had like an extensive dueling system was, I guess, 2008 Prince of Persia, and that one like was not good as far as the dueling system goes. So that's the
this is a really
thing
good
I can think
dueling
of.
system, in my opinion. It gets a bit hectic when there's more than like
Oh,
3
there's-
enemies, but
I guess there's Nidhogg. That's a PvP game
Nidhogg.
though.
But yeah, I get it. I understand why people are excited for this one, but I'm just like, it's fine. It just doesn't look really like grabbing me.
You gotta try the demo. It feels a lot better than it looks.
I mean, I'll
I don't
take
think
your
it
word.
looks bad.
I'll take your word for it. I think it looks kind of subpar.
In what way? I don't get it. I think it looks great.
Like, the main character looks fine, but a lot of this looks like it's lifted from another game that I can't place. I don't
What,
know.
you mean it looks kind of like Unity asset-y?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Which, I mean, it's fine if it is, as long as the game is fun.
I mean, it does
I'm just
look
looking
a
at it
little
like...
basic in that regard. I can agree with that.
Yeah, but that's just like the feeling I get from it. And I'm like, meh. It looks fun. There's a couple of cute little things. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of Inigo Montoya reference, but, you know. I'm just like, it's fine.
Oh yeah, and the tutorial for them to teach you how to do all the fighting mechanics is actually really cute and well set up. Anyway, moving directly on to the next one, which is another one on my list. I don't really like old platformer types typically, but when they have a unique gimmick or mechanic that I could just like sink my teeth into,
God,
this is cool. I don't know if there's a couple of trailers that have it. I don't know if this is the same one, but you can switch things. And at one point in the trailer that was on the actual show, he picked up some moss. He switched it with a waterfall, and he climbed it. Yeah, he does it here. Yeah. It's so cool.
He has the ability to swap things.
Man, it's such a neat looking game with a mascot that I swear looks like it's from, like... This mascot looks like it's from, oh god, what the hell is the best way to say this? You know how Japan has, like myriad
looks like a
mascots? Like, they just have, like, an insane amount, like, every single store has a mascot. He looks like a mascot for a small chain of stores that I've never heard of, in a game that is actually adorable and has a very good, like, core gameplay loop. I'm just like,
yeah,
at
like
this.
I feel like I would enjoy playing this one.
It's very Banjo-Kazooie as well. Like, you even have like the grab onto your flying friend to float across mechanic. It's very... What is the... Goddamn creative.
It is I agree.
It is very creative.
It is the game of all time.
It is the game.
Also, can we talk about the fucking, like, unique aesthetic of using the white outline for every character while having 3D everything else?
It's kind of like a Paper Mario thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Paper Mario, but it is rare. I will say that. It does not happen often. It's a very good way to, like, make your character stand out immediately, though. So, yeah, it's fine. I think when I initially saw this, the main character I thought looked kind of bad, but, like, looking at it again, I'm like, it's not bad. He just looks like a random mascot for something that I've never heard of.
Yeah,
cute,
Ruffy and the Riverside.
Yeah, I like the idea.
I don't know. Up next, Lords of the Fallen.
I think I had this on this list, but, like, the easiest way to say this is, like, it's Dark Souls, but with 2 dimensions. Like,
Is
not
it
two-dimensional,
two-dimensional?
not two-dimensional, but like there's two separate dimensions. So
What?
the
Oh.
idea is you have
Dark
a
Souls has multiple dimensions.
well, at once though. You basically hold up your lantern and you go in between two separate worlds that are in the same place at the same
Okay,
time.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's Dark Souls, but it has the Dark World, Light World mechanics from
Yes.
Link to the Past.
Yes. Which is, I think, really interesting because that always leads to nice puzzle design. Well, I mean, at least if you know what you're doing. But it's just a cool idea, and I think it's fresh enough to make it like differentiate itself from Dark Souls, or like from just Dark Souls and Souls-likes in general. And the neat idea of it is you also have like the twice dead thing from Sekiro, where when you die, you don't actually die. You go into the Dark World and you just have to find a way back to the Light World, or you can willingly sacrifice one of your lives to go to the Dark World using your lantern.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think I actually saw this trailer. That sounds like a really sick idea, and
yeah.
like this entire game
Didn't
sounds
this
sick.
trailer get shown off multiple times?
No, okay. Lords of the Fallen has been talked about for like 2 years, but this is the first time we've gotten an in-depth gameplay look at it.
I'm pretty sure we saw this trailer twice, and I just put down the first showing in the future game show. There's more than one trailer for this.
It was
That was
in
shown.
the Microsoft show as
Period.
well, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, like it's a really cool concept that just takes everything that makes Souls games cool and adds a really neat mechanic on top of it, and a death system that, again, while not wholly unique, is still pretty good.
And the enemy design's really good.
Oh, it's a Souls game. Well, excuse me, Souls-like, but yeah, it's really neat. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I might get this.
Finally, you can scratch your itch with the Souls games, even though the Souls games are now a robot game.
Robot.
Big
So-
robot
Souls.
game.
Speaking of
yes,
games,
Gun Shooty.
hey Curry.
Huh.
You want to explain to me about the experience that we had when we watched the Dames for Games showcase?
Oh my god. Okay, so me and Carrot sat down and watched Dames for Games. And now we went in with the expectation that it was going to be, you know, like a lot of talking and like some gameplay interspliced. However, I think I underestimated exactly how much talking would be normally assumed to be too much damn talking. This was legitimately 2 hours of people chatting, not really interviewing or asking questions about games. Like, that's a decent amount of it, but that's like maybe 30% of it. I'm pretty sure that half of the time these hosts and their guests were just shooting the shit, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if this was like a podcast or something. But this is a games showcase, or it's masquerading as a game showcase. So we just ended up like skipping through the vast majority of it. And I swear, every time we stopped on just 2 people talking, they weren't talking about their games. Even after like they revealed their games, they were just talking about random stuff. And I was just so caught aback by this. I was like, I've watched Dames for Games showcases before. Normally it isn't this like empty. I don't want to say hollow because I'm sure they actually talk about the games, but we just skipped everything except for the trailers because it was just so unforgivably boring.
And most of the games we've already seen before. There was like 1 or 2 new games.
Yep. I think there was one game that I debated putting on my list, but then after some thought just said screw it and took it off.
The LA Noir game.
What I remember
Yeah.
is that there are 3 games from the Dames for Games show, and one of them was new, and the other 2, I mean, like at least new to as far as like this block of showcases have been.
Yeah.
The other 2 have already been shown in other showcases.
Yeah.
And they were just, I guess, more in depth for the most part,
Like,
on some level. I
One of
guess.
them was the exact same trailer.
I wasn't really listening to what they were saying, so
I just legitimately we
I
just
scanned
skipped
through the whole thing. I didn't watch
Yeah.
it live.
We just skipped the trailer. Well, neither did we.
If we watched it live, I would have died.
Oh, I would have stopped at 5 minutes and like, this isn't a game showcase. Like, look, if people want to talk about stuff, I have no problem with it, but this is a games showcase. Like, I get annoyed when there's someone on stage at the Microsoft conference giving lip service for like 15 seconds. This is like that taken to an absurd degree. Just show me your game trailers. Proffer to me your products. That is what I am here for. I don't want to hear you talking about how your day has been for 15 damn minutes. It's not an exaggeration either. I'm pretty sure there was a portion in this where they just talked about their old day, like everyone's day, for a goodly chunk of time. Like this,
Yeah,
again,
the entire showcase was just fucked.
it was very boring. Like, incredibly boring. I don't think
And
I'm gonna
again,
watch Games for Games next year. Like, genuinely, I don't think I'm even gonna do it.
And again, to reiterate, nothing against the concept.
Yeah, it's
just
fine.
the execution.
Like, the idea of it is cool, and if you want to do a podcast or like a follow-up afterwards where you can just like, you know, shoot the shit, that's fine. But this is a
Like,
game
this feels like
showcase.
an after show for sure.
Yeah. Their main show is their after show, which is so not good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All right, so now that we've gotten through the Games for Game experience, I believe this is Dosha's turn to shine.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, the Ubisoft show. I was the one who had any interest in this.
Peggy 18.
So, there are 3 games I want to talk about from the showcase. The first one being Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now,
Yep.
I have not been... I used to be a pretty big Assassin's Creed fan. I played the first 5 games. Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 2 Brotherhood, 2 Revelations, and 3. Yeah, that's 5. Okay. And then very recently, I've been playing Black Flag on the Switch. I didn't play it at the time. But, you know, I've always been a fan of this series. I like the stealth action gameplay. I like the parkour mechanics.
Yeah.
But like pretty much everyone else, I kind of fell off the series after Unity. Well, maybe not like everyone else. It's still popular for some reason.
Well,
but anyway,
yeah.
Unity kind of destroyed their reputation. Then they made Origins, which changed the gameplay drastically into being more of an RPG. And then they did Valhalla, and they took out the stealth system.
It had like pay-to-win mechanics and battle passes and shit. Yeah.
Well, I don't really know that much about Valhalla beyond the fact that it's about Vikings. And then recently, I was told it doesn't have stealth; it's just an action game.
Well, like really, this is they have said as much. This is a return to form for Assassin's Creed.
For Mirage. Yes,
yeah, which
that's
is great.
What makes Mirage interesting.
Yeah,
I want to see if they can pull it off.
Because, like, the whole idea of Assassin's... Like, the last Assassin's Creed game I played was, like, half of Black Flag. Black Flag was pretty fun, in all honesty. Like,
everyone likes Black Flag.
I don't know why I never finished it, but... Yeah, it was... Oh, no, wait, I remember. Because I rented it. This was back when I still had, like, Gamefly and stuff.
Wow.
Like, this is back...
Man, remember Gamefly?
Yeah, Gamefly, bro.
Okay, I totally forgot Gamefly.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
You know how I used to get games when I was younger?
Oh my god.
Ow.
You actually had that?
Yeah, no, it was great. I fucking loved it.
So, I didn't have Gamefly. What I did was I went to my local library and I fucking rented the games out.
Yeah. But no, like...
there's a lot less of those, though.
So, that was the last Assassin's Creed game I played. And I've, like, followed the series... And it's so strange, because I really thought about this over the course of the recent, like, months. Because I remember Ubisoft was, like, really shit on, just, like, as a company, because of the atrocious state of a bunch of games they released all at once. Like, the 5th Assassin's Creed was just one of them. there was a lot of issues, and I'm sure Ubisoft is still not particularly great as a company, as there have been many, many, many issues surrounding it. It's just kind of flabbergasting to me how I can safely say that a lot of the issues that were surrounding Ubisoft have been made like much, much lesser because of the shit going down at Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, generally I feel better about Ubisoft than I feel about most of the other large publishers, because they seem at the very least willing to make changes when they've gone too far.
Yeah, it's like this is a good
They've always seemed
gesture,
willing to rescind on reflect on their mistakes, even if it's not permanent. At least they've been doing that much. That's more than most of these companies do.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to like praise Ubisoft or something like that. I'm happy to see that Ubisoft is like learning from their mistakes and kind of going back to what made the series good in general. But like it's really strange to me that another game company like EA and Activision Blizzard and all that, they have shown exactly how bad things can actually get. And it's like, even though Ubisoft is not perfect, and I guarantee that the company itself is definitely probably rotten to the core like most AAA companies are, it's still not as bad, which really goes to say exactly how fucked the situation is with a bunch of game companies right now. Because the pendulum swung so far for the other ones that it makes this one look tame by comparison. I don't like that. I feel like that's incredibly just sad for me to be able to sit here and say, like, yeah, I think I would be willing to give Ubisoft a pass just vicariously. Like, through the immense failures of other big companies in the hopes that they can at least, like, salvage some of their mistakes, unlike these other people. But it's like, I'm genuinely excited for this. I have not played an Assassin's Creed game in years, and this actually looks really, really cool and fun. So, yeah,
it could be good.
More power to him. It's just it's hilarious how much of a menagerie of issues surround it.
However, it will make me download the launcher, so I'm still torn on whether I'll play it.
Oh yeah, I always will. I will forever deduct points from Ubisoft because of Uplay. Fuck Uplay. It is bad.
I really don't want to do Uplay, but I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll look at the reviews and then I'll think about it.
Oh my god.
I've got Child of Light, and the only reason I haven't finished it is because it's going to force me to download Uplay.
It's so annoying.
And
yeah, I've never played an Assassin's Creed game before.
I like them a lot. I think that they are a lot of fun. I don't know if you would like it, but I like it.
Like, I would borderline suggest doing the Ezio trilogy for Experience Curve. Like, Ezio trilogy is great.
Let's have him start with Black Flag, because that one's not connected with the others and it has a lot of the positives.
The only thing I know about Assassin's Creed is I have seen like the intro, like 10 minutes of Black Flag. I think it's might have been Black Flag, because a VTuber, when I watched VTubers, was having like the time of their life with their pirate friend, and then this is like in the first 10 minutes of their 5 minutes of the game, you get pulled out of the simulation, and then for the rest of the game, she's just depressed, saying she wants to go back to her pirate friend.
Aww. Sad.
Pirate friend.
It's great.
Yeah.
Fauna's great. Anyway.
But yeah.
I think Black Flag is probably the best, and then Brotherhood's usually considered the second. I really like Revelations. That's kind of an unpopular opinion. 2 is really good. 1 is one.
I think that 1 will always be
3
1.
is not great. I don't think. I didn't like 3.
Okay, you want to talk about unpopular opinions? I actually enjoyed 3.
I think that there were good things 3 did, and I think there were things that made 3 really boring. Maybe if I play it again, I might change my opinion. It's been a while since I only played it when it launched.
Actually, wait, what the hell is Ubisoft Plus?
Oh yeah. Oh, and but Mirage is not the only Assassin's Creed game they talked about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So on to the next one.
Yep.
They announced a new Assassin's Creed game called Assassin's Creed, Project Jade, pending title. Here's what I know about it so far. Now, remember how Mirage is a return to form, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they're going back on what they've been doing. This game is a continuation of the sort of mechanical thing that Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla have been doing. So this is an RPG, an action RPG.
I'm just sitting here like it's one step forward, two steps back, because they announced this and I was like,
It also feels weird that they're talking about doing an Assassin's Creed along with another Assassin's Creed. Both of them seem like big budget main.
Maybe it's two different teams like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yes. I don't know. And then
I'm just like,
what's funny about this is that originally they said we're never going to do one in China because China's too close to Japan, and they don't want people to think of ninjas when they play Assassin's Creed.
See, I never understood that. You can 1-to-1 easy make an Assassin's Creed game in Japan. You don't even have to do the ninja bit. Just fucking be an assassin in Japan. Not all assassins are ninjas.
No. They're saying that you'll think that they don't want to do the like ninja fantasy thing.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't. How is this better?
They don't want you to be a shinobi. They want you to be an assassin, which is a different thing.
How much different is this? Like, realistically, how different is this?
He's wearing white.
I'm just like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I don't know what to tell you.
Also, this looks way cheerier than a normal Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, the lighting's really bright. Everything's very colorful.
It seems like they tried to do like an open world almost.
Yeah.
They got some fantasy elements in the combat there.
I'm just like, the second I get done with being like, yeah, okay, I'll give this Assassin's Creed a shot, this is the thing
Oh,
I'm
important
gonna do.
question though.
Wait a second.
Mobile game?
Yeah, it's a mobile game, guys.
Oh, I guess it's a mobile game. I thought this was the next Assassin's Creed. What is Codename Jade then?
I'm looking it up right now.
It's an Assassin's
I'll
Creed
continue playing
mobile
the trailer.
game.
You guys
Okay.
talk into it.
So maybe I misunderstood what other people were saying. My understanding is Mirage is more or less a spin-off, and that the next Assassin's Creed game is going to be in line with the last three.
God, I hope not. I just want them to,
that's what I've heard.
Look,
and I just assumed that it was Jade, but I didn't notice the fact that it said mobile stores. So I don't know what's up with that.
You know, just, you know.
Yeah, okay, so it gets a lot worse, actually. So I'm going to read this exactly directly from the website. Quote, why does it keep moving? Stop moving.
Phones.
I hate this fucking thing. Embark on a journey to explore the vibrant world and culture of ancient China. Authentic Assassin's Creed experience gameplay and features on mobile for free.
It's a free-to-play Assassin's Creed mobile game. God, that's going to suck. I can't think of... I genuinely... I can't think of a single way that it won't be over-monetized and under-impressive.
How are they going to monetize it? It's not going to be a gacha, so I wonder how they're going to monetize it.
Battle Pass system. Or, like, you have to...
I don't know
wait. What if you have to, like, use the equivalent of, like, stamina to do missions? And you have to pay for more
there's
stamina.
A stamina system. Okay, so there's a stamina meter that determines... Because this is going to be an open world game, right? There's going to be a stamina meter, and it determines how far you can walk in kilometers.
Wait a minute. What if they try to pawn
1
it
kilometer
off, like,
for free per day?
What if they try to pawn it off as, like, oh, well, you have to wait for someone to hire you, but you only get hired a few times a day. But you can pay money to go on missions yourself.
Two more quick things. The website says you journey through 2,000 years of history in China. And also, I'm pretty sure Codename Jade is the name of the game. That's not a placeholder.
Huh? My understanding, everything I saw suggests it was a.
I mean, their website is Assassin's Creed codenamejade.com or whatever.
Oh god, I can already see.
Oh
I
God.
see the
Okay.
hashtags
Wow.
now. Hashtag Assassin's Greed.
That's a good
God.
one.
Calling it.
Okay,
Calling
I
it
guess we'll
right
see.
now, boys. Ugh.
I look forward to this now for different reasons than I look forward to
I-
Mirage.
Can we please move on to the next one? I'm so tired of
We
looking
can,
at
because
this.
I'm really excited to talk about Invector Rhythm Galaxy. So I'm going to be honest,
Wait,
I do
what?
not remember
What?
what this is.
Hold on, did we skip one?
No? Yours is next.
This wasn't at the Ubisoft show, was it?
I think it was. No, this is the PC gaming show.
Well, that's how it showed up in the list. I just copied it directly from the
Because
list.
the next one should be Outlaws.
That's the one right after this one.
Oh, okay. All right, then go ahead.
Alright.
Anyway, yeah, this is a rhythm game. I like rhythm games.
So this is like... What was that other one? that I can-
By the way, this is a
Thumper?
sequel.
It was like
Really?
Thumper or
Yeah,
Bumper
this is a
or
sequel.
something.
This game already exists. Came out in 2020, I think.
Interesting.
I looked it up and then I forgot, but I know it was like several years ago. But yeah, you can play the first one if you want.
That's
But
interesting.
now there is a sequel, so you
Yeah.
can do the space.
I just love to check out the first one because it's a unique
space
idea for sure.
rhythm-y.
Also, I like
Speaking of
fine.
rhythm spaceship.
I like how we get some oh, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the sort of triangular shifting your yaw. It's, I know that's not the right way to put it, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm interested in the game. I'm gonna stop playing the trailer in case we get copyright struck. Anyway, here you go,
Oh, I
Dosha. Have
didn't
fun.
think about that. That's fine. We're talking over it. It's... Behold.
All right. Now, I've read what people are talking about with this game, and most people seem to think that this looks really boring and rote for the most part. I don't feel that way, but it's mostly because of the sort of the fantasy that they're selling here. Also, I think, like I said last time, I have not played a lot of AAA games lately, so I don't really feel bored by the concept yet.
It's like...
This is a game where you play as a smuggler, basically. And you're running around the galaxy. It has... When I think about Star Wars is damaged heavily as a property, but it isn't unsalvageable, I don't think. We saw Star Wars Andor. That was really good.
Yeah.
And you know what Star Wars Andor didn't have?
Hit that button.
Eh?
It didn't have any Jedi or the Force. It was about all the seedy underworld stuff
Well,
for the most part, right?
This is exactly why I liked Season 1 of Mando. I was just like, you don't need all this Chosen One bullshit, just have a fucking space western again.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. And that's what this game is promising from this gameplay trailer. It looks good to me.
One other interesting thing from this trailer that I just found out when looking more into that. So among the gameplay footage we see, you see a couple of different planets. Among those planets is Akiva, which is a book-only planet.
Book only?
Book
Oh,
only?
you mean it was only shown in books? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those planets. The Star Wars galaxy is quite large, and the extended universe has a lot of things and that you can just pull from and do whatever you want with, for the most part. There is... So it doesn't surprise me that they're taking stuff from the extended universe on this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, if we just stuck with the movies, there's what, like 12 planets?
Less than that, I think. Probably like less than a dozen.
Let me
Well,
think. Let's see.
So there's like...
So Coruscant and Corellia and
Well, wait, are we
Tatooine,
included?
Tatooine,
We're just including like the first
Yavin
3
4.
movies, right?
What? No, I'm counting every movie that's come out. I'm
Every
trying to
movie.
go through all of it. There's Jario, not Jario. That's the one from Honkai.
Churio 7. Churio
We
7,
actually
Home
have
of the Jedi.
Jadito 6.
Yeah, there's 2 that were in Rogue, and I don't remember the names of them. Then let's see. There's the moon of Endor. So Endor is a planet, and then
We actually know where this takes place in the timeline.
did I already say
This
Tatooine?
game is
I
set
did say,
between
but
the
Naboo.
events of Empire Strike Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I think there's less than a dozen officially in the movies. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess Starkiller Base is a planet, and then
By strict technicality.
no, I think there's slightly more than a dozen. So it's like 14 to 16. Although we don't know, I don't think all the names were said for all of those planets. Anyway, if we just look at the movies, there's not that many. Is my point? That's what the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Hey, Dosha, I'm very interested in how you feel about the use of the word unfortunately here. Quote, unfortunately, Star Wars Outlaws does not offer any online multiplayer functionality.
Oh, thank God.
Why would anybody say unfortunately that?
God.
Who said that? Tell me who they are so I can
That was
slander them
Kotaku, wasn't it?
publicly on my show.
No,
It
it wasn't.
fucking
It's
Kotaku.
thresherslive.com.
I don't know.
I don't. Threshers Live? What?
Thresher.
Thresher
Live.
What? I've never
But what
heard
they
of
say
this
in the
place.
whole sentence is, unfortunately, it doesn't support multiplayer co-op. Oh wait, where's the full line?
What an absolute rag.
So you won't be able to team up with friends for cooperative play.
Who gives
Good.
a fuck? Give me more single player only games with no online connectivity once so fucking
Thank you.
ever.
Yes, please.
Jesus
I don't need to
Christ.
connect with friends for every single video game. Oh my god.
I like playing games online with people. I like playing Genshin with people. I like playing Minecraft. I like first-person shooters and online play.
I wish
like,
Genshin had an offline mode.
I play
just-
Honkai Star Rail with my friends every day.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. I genuinely, when I played God of War recently, because I
Whether or not
finally
they're
got
on the
around to playing God of War, it was so refreshing to like play it's not first person God, a solo game where it's like you just play by yourself and it's just a story mode. It's just great. There's also a reason why I'm very much enjoying Tears of the Kingdom, because it's just a great fucking game. Like, it's a great single player game. This, by default, has my attention more than any Star Wars game they have produced in, like, decades.
Don't really know menu.
Like, I just want more of this. Gimme.
Stealing illegal contraband, running with syndicates.
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm happy
So-
to hear that it's single player. It probably will be low monetization in that case. Will it be like, I don't know, as boring as something like Jedi Outcast was? We'll see.
So what I was trying to find was what
It looks exciting right
people's
now.
main issues were with the game from what they have seen, and I found a nice summation of it here. Quote, responses on Reddit suggest some have had enough with Ubisoft's template. One replies, I'm ready to play the same 4 mission types in different locations across the map for 30 hours. Another sums it up as, essentially, follow/escort this character to X location, find a certain item and take it, use it on a certain location, go to X and solve the puzzle, fight your way out of the 3 previous situations.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't feel that way about this game. The new coat of paint makes it interesting to me, and I haven't played a Ubisoft game since Child of Light came out, and I only played that like through the first 2 levels, and then I was like, then I got frustrated with Uplay and I uninstalled it. Before that, yeah, I mean, like, basically since Black Flag was out, basically haven't played one since.
No, like,
Other than
This-
Black Flag on the Switch, I guess that counts. Anyway,
this looks good. I don't know why people would complain about it.
Well, they're saying that it's going to probably be the same gameplay as other Ubisoft games have been up to this point.
Yeah, this
So-
Star
one right
Wars,
here is
people-
highlighted by the article, quote, "I'm betting it'll be another trademark designed by committee, go find the map unfogger, get 50 waypoints to benign opportunities, take out outposts, occasionally have story, but never come to an impactful conclusion because the last thing we want is to write out the possibility of a live service additions."
That's too
Yeah,
cynical
they're
even
saying
for
that
me.
it's going to be like what's the name of that franchise? Far Cry 6.
Well, Far
Type
Cry,
some-
Assassin's Creed. Really,
I don't really know if Assassin's Creed's like that.
Oh, it is.
The
haven't played the
The
recent games.
article responds to that, talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla being absurdly long.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about Valhalla recently. I don't know. Look, this game has ship combat. You play as a smuggler. I don't really care that much about the rest of it, and I haven't played a lot of Ubisoft games.
Mhm.
So this looks great to me. This looks great. It looks better than a lot of the other Star Wars games out there. I have not seen a Star Wars game attempt this direction in something since Shadows of the Empire. That is a game on the N64.
The only thing I can say about this, because I don't really care about Star Wars that much, is look at the cute axolotl.
Look at the
Yeah,
axolotl.
he's a little
puppy.
fuzzy axolotl from an unknown planet,
Also,
and I forgot what they said his name is.
can I just note that it's really cool that our partner is a commando droid?
Yeah, that's also really cool.
Like-
There's a lot of like really cool little tidbits here and there.
Like,
I kind
it's
of expect it to
neat.
be like Hogwarts Legacy in that it's going to have all these like cool details that if you know about the universe, then you
Yeah.
can identify.
Like, this
and play around with.
reminds me of, like, well, you already said it, so I'm just, but, like, this reminds me of, like, when things were neat. When you're just, like, looking
When
into...
things were neat.
When things were neat.
Video gaming isn't neat anymore.
No, I was talking about Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't think I've like really thought of Star Wars as like particularly neat since before Disney got a
Here's
hold
the
of
thing.
it. I guess Mando. Mando was a big one, but I'm like, holy shit.
I kind of feel that way about video games after having to watch all these showcases. There's so much slog. It's like,
You're the one who said we need to watch them all.
Everybody sing
No,
it with
okay.
me now. Farming
I think-
Simulator.
listen, whether or not
Crafting,
you guys
survival.
watch all of them, I will always try to watch all
Oh
of
my
them.
goodness.
Although obviously I didn't get to all of them this year, I will try to watch all of them.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Anyway, so did you have anything else about Star Wars before we move on?
Yeah, I watched.
I wanted to point out that the fuzzy little axolotl cat weasel is they kind of show it here in this first part, but he has mechanical use too. You can send him out to go do things.
Yeah.
So in the stealth
can
section,
distract.
she sends him out to go hit a button, but he can also distract guards and stuff like that.
It looks
Look,
fun.
if a fuzzy axolotl walked up to me, I would be distracted. Fair.
It's a pretty neat
They don't have
little
him do that,
mechanic,
but you
yeah.
can see that the option pops up. So it's right around this portion when they get to the wall there.
Yeah. And I'll pause it when it
You know,
shows his
two
little
Pikes
pop up on the
guards.
ground.
Oh, I watched a little bit of the
Yeah, there he is, right there.
yeah, see.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Right.
that you can
right,
have
right.
them attack a guard, you can have them there to distract the guards, or you can have them in this case hit that button.
Oh. But no, yeah, the thing I was gonna say
So they
was
can probably interact with all kinds of things.
I recently watched Star Wars Visions 2, and I am absolutely shocked at how like there's only a couple of good ones, whereas opposed to the previous version, which was like so much good. Like I genuinely think that Visions Part 1, best thing that Star Wars has put out in like probably since the original trilogy. It's so fucking good.
Okay, that's I don't know about that.
Fucking good, man. And you
Thought
know
Andor was
why?
pretty good.
You know why? Because it's just dumb fun. That's all I just want them to like make an enjoyable show, and all of the Star Wars
Oh,
stuff recently has just been miserable.
If all you want is dumb fun, then why wouldn't you? I mean, like episode 7 was that.
Episode 7 is not dumb fun. What are you talking?
I mean, it's the dumbest,
Well,
and
yes,
it
but
tries to be fun.
trying to be fun and being fun are two different things.
Anyway, speaking of things that are actually fun, let's talk about My Friendly Neighborhood.
Oh,
I'm
man.
excited about this game.
Oh, this
This is the last thing
this
from that
goddamn
showcase.
thing, yeah.
So,
I saw
really
a
quick, before I get into
trailer
the
for
actual
this.
game, this was hosted by Day 9. I like Day 9. I used to watch him a lot. He's old now.
Yeah, he's
Anyway,
He's old.
He looks old.
No,
Unfortunately.
this bloody show. I saw the beta for this. I think I watched Markiplier play it. It is the most like hilariously terrifying game because it's like it has the Five Nights at Freddy's like jump scare thing where you go up and you get shook by stuff, right? But then you also like get stuff like you knock dolls out and then you duct tape them. It's just this. It's a really
So you have the ability to fight back, but not particularly.
not permanently.
Yeah.
You just you have a bunch of stuff that you can do to like distract them more or less. But it's just this. It's such a bizarre looking game because it has the aesthetic of like Five Nights at Freddy's and all of these things that it spawned, right? Where it's just childhood nightmares, basically. It's just so it's such a bizarre looking game. I kind of love it, but man,
yeah, I didn't know there was a demo. I guess I'll have to try that out. I don't really like horror games, but I like the idea of it being like a Sesame Street horror game.
yeah,
Fair enough.
it's really.
Speaking of games that have demos that I enjoy, look at how cute she is. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
She is very cute. Oh my god.
So there were a lot of games in this genre, just broadly. This is another city builder farming. I think it might have creature collecting also elements in there, if I remember right.
Oh,
I only played the
No,
demo
I could
for
be
like
totally
10
wrong
minutes,
about this.
and 10 of those minutes was me looking at her do a big stretch.
it is a very adorable and likable aesthetic. I like that a lot.
And it's got the like, it doesn't really show in this trailer, but it's got the
Yeah.
I can't remember the name. What's the Animal Crossing? It's got the Animal Crossing voices. It's really cute. Very cutesy game. Very
Yeah,
cutesy character.
What sets this game apart from most of the other games in this genre is the fact that it's just got this really animated, vibrant visual style.
Yeah.
You know, a unique but very cute visual style. They're like, I would probably reckon we saw about 20 different.
Oh my god,
Oh,
so
yeah.
many.
type.
So many. I'm so sick of it too. Like, my god. This one easily looks the best, I agree. Like, out of all of them, this is way heads and tails above the rest. But my god, I am so sick of just indie presentations just being nothing.
Look at her.
but
She's just
farming
made up of
sims.
triangles.
She is a triangle.
She's
hands
so
are
Yeah,
triangles.
no,
cute.
too many farming games. I wonder if next year we'll get an influx of a different genre.
She puts her hands out for additional speed.
She makes her go super fast.
She run quick. Look at her.
Look at her go. Look at that. Like, I'm gonna pause. Like, look at these
Yeah.
ghost strawberries.
It's really
Mhm.
cute. The aesthetic is lovely, and I'm sure it'll be fun. But good lord, it
It's
just
got a
suffers.
Halloween-esque, fall-ish aesthetic. Yeah, I think it'll probably be cute as a game for sure,
Mhm.
and visually it stands out from the rest. So I think
Yeah.
I hope this one ends up being successful.
This
Yeah.
seems like the only game that we've seen out of the entire list that I'm gonna buy, not because I'm gonna play it, but to support the developers.
You like is she on your list?
I don't know yet. I have to confirm if she is small because she's short or not.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway,
Anyway, moving directly on, there is one game from the Capcom showcase on the list here, and it's this really cool trailer for Pragmata.
yeah, this one.
I'm excited for whatever the fuck this
So
is.
this game was shown off a couple of years ago, and we hadn't heard anything about it until this trailer.
It's such a good concept
It's a
for a
really
trailer.
well designed trailer.
So
In
good.
fact,
I'd say
they
to go watch
apologize
the
about that.
trailer on your own so you can hear the the sound design.
Are we there
And
yet?
then that piece of paper's got like an apology on it. Yeah.
Yeah, because some shit went down and they had to delay it
Yeah, so
very
this
heavily.
this and the next picture that's going to show up on
2022,
is
question
another
mark?
oh, this is a different trailer.
No, this is the same one, I
Very
think.
sorry.
I thought it cut right to the other thing. Never mind. But yeah,
Well, it's fine. But look at this trailer, bro.
it looks so good.
This game looks incredibly cool.
This was at the Capcom show, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this is a Capcom thing. Yeah. Okay, so we did have something
Okay,
from
here it is.
Capcom.
Okay, so to all our expectant fans, it is with a heavy heart that we must further postpone the release of Pragmata.
Yeah.
Our team is currently hard at work making the best game that we possibly can, but we need more time. We
Yeah.
will continue to do our best to ensure that the final product is worthy of your patience. Thank you for your continued support. Why did that almost make me cry? I fucking
Well,
love
no,
this shit.
look, it's a very
it's a good thing.
genuine apology.
We should normalize this behavior
Yes,
from game
We
exactly.
companies.
should. This is so
Exactly.
they're yeah, don't fucking force the game to come out unfinished. Finish your
Well,
game. Have your time.
Yeah,
In
look,
other turn, don't delay your game without saying anything
yeah.
for years at a time. Ubisoft.
I'm
What
just
did
looking at
Ubisoft
this
delay? Without saying anything.
oh, you think that's bad? Excuse me.
Let's
May
see,
I
what is it?
remind
It's
the
not black
both
and
of
white.
you?
It's not Sin and Punishment.
May
What
I
is it? It's
kindly remind the
what's
both
the
of you that
photograph
I am a
game?
Metroid Prime fan?
Hey, you got something at least, kind
I
of.
got
Dread came out.
Dread.
Not
Dread
Dread,
is
the
not
other one.
Metroid Prime. What other one?
The remaster.
Oh yeah, that is fair. We did eat good, but we still haven't heard anything about
Apologized for that
4.
last year, didn't they? They said we're switching game studios, so we probably won't see it for another.
Dude, that was before the pandemic.
Oh God, for real?
Yes, it's been in development. Wait, okay. We were
Hot damn! All right.
We've been waiting for a long while, and this is exactly why everyone was hype as shit for the Metroid Prime 1 remaster. Because that was so good.
Metroid Prime 4 was announced E3 2017.
Yeah. It's been a good long while, dude.
In 2019 development restarted.
Yeah, development
Beyond Good and
completely
Evil 2. That's the
restarted.
game I was thinking of.
Yeah.
What was the delay behind that one?
Well, let's see. Beyond Good and Evil 2
To be fair, I think that when they did say that, hey, they're switching to retro, everyone was super excited that they were going back to retro because retro made all of the original Metroid Primes. But they did apologize and say it's going to be quite a while before we have anything to show back then, so maybe it's just impatience finally catching up. But this kind of a behavior where you're just basically we want to make a good game, we need more time, so we're delaying it. We're sorry.
Okay,
that's
so
all you need to do. It's so good.
Ubisoft announced the project for Beyond Good and Evil 2 in what year do you think?
Oh God, 2015?
Earlier.
Oh my God, really?
Yep.
2013?
Earlier.
2009?
Earlier.
Oh
2008.
no. Oh no.
When did
They
the game
announced
release?
it in
I
2008.
was still in high school when this crap was announced.
And then in 2017, they showed off a cinematic trailer saying, and they made big promises about what the world was going to be like, what the gameplay is going to be like, and with no release window, target platforms, or anything.
That's called development hell.
In 2022, Beyond Good and Evil 2 broke the record held by Duke Nukem Forever as the longest development for any AAA video games at more than 15 years.
Oh no, I forgot about Duke Nukem. Oh man,
Duke Nukem Forever did eventually come out. Beyond Good and Evil might not. We'll see. We'll see. We haven't heard anything. We don't know.
People shat
Skull
all
and
over
Bones is
Duke
still in
Nukem.
development, by the way.
Oh hell no! People like shit all over Duke Nukem Forever when it came out. I really had a fun time playing it though. It was just stupid.
They had a really brief trailer about Skull and Bones at their last show. I don't think that one's vaporware. They had like a beta test that I think didn't go so well, so they're putting more time on making it, is more or less what they said. I don't remember.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, bro. Like, what the fuck?
But yeah, so Pragmata, regardless of whenever it comes out, I'll be buying it just because of this right here.
Yeah, no, like, I genuinely want to support this because it looks like a great game. It's kind of, oh god, is it weird to say that it kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, Final Fantasy meets Resident Evil and, like, a sci-fi thing?
No,
I
think it's got that. It's got that, like, Final Resident Evil, Parasite Eve visual, but like with extra spacey sci-fi elements.
Yeah, it's like it has a good vibe to it. It looks cool. The designs of all the characters look great. And I'm always kind of a sucker for like
it's
what do you call those stories?
Parasite Eve by way of Minority Report.
A little bit, yeah. I can also see that one, but like it's just all of these cool ideas kind of meshed together. So I'm looking forward to it. I am very excited to see like what they're able to do with it. So we'll see. Hopefully it comes out next year, but if it needs to be like 2025, 2026, I get it.
Yeah, the PS5 page for this game says 2023, but I don't believe it.
No. Well, if it's 2023, it would be holiday 2023. Otherwise, they would have announced a date.
Yeah. So, one more thing before we move on to the next is this Capcom Direct. It had like they really decided to take from the Nintendo Direct style, and it worked really well.
Well, they did that last year too.
Yep.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
However, what
they
I
didn't
do
have a
remember
lot of announcements last year.
Is that speaking of the Capcom Direct, it's time to go into the actual Direct.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
Nintendo
God.
Direct. Yep. First things first, because we've been playing Pokemon, I feel like we have to talk about the first thing they showed, which is the DLC.
This caught me off guard, because normally they do solo directs for this.
Well, it's coming out relatively soon, and they don't have a lot of information to tell beyond, first, we knew most of this stuff when they talked about it originally back in, spring? So most of this isn't like new news. Some of the visuals are new. We got new characters, but as for the basic concepts and stuff, that's about it. So now we see a bunch of the new Pokemon that are going to be in the areas.
Yeah.
The Teal Mask is the first one. It's going to come out in the fall, and then it's followed up by the Water one, which comes out in winter. So what's interesting is compared to the last DLC pack that they did, this one's going to come out with at most a 3-month gap in between the games.
Yeah.
Or the DLC pack releases. Yeah, I'm just glad that I'll finally be able to explore the rest of the map. I'm tired of having a section of the map that I can't go to.
Yeah, it did strike everyone as kind of odd. Like, why would you have that grayed out on the map rather than just adding it in later?
I think it's fine
on
some level if you're expecting to do an expansion later.
I mean, Genshin has the kind of grayed out.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. If it's grayed out because you can't go there, it looks different on Genshin than if it's grayed out because you can go there. Or because you just haven't filled it in yet.
Yeah.
Well, in Genshin, there are grayed out areas you can't go to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the difference is
those are okay.
Well, the difference is I didn't pay $60 for Genshin.
Okay. Well, no, you probably did.
Well, I
Yeah, no.
eventually paid $60.
You eventually
$40
paid like 10 times the amount that you would for one Pokemon game on Genshin.
Anyway, yeah, Lacey is cute. I like the idea they have with this terrarium. Still not buying
Yeah.
the DLC though.
Yeah,
It's
that was
really cool.
pretty cool. The idea of like them having a sort of artificial wild area for you to
And it
explore
looks like it's all
find
focused on double
Pokemon in.
battles.
I'm very interested in like more double
Good,
battles
they took
happening.
the criticism seriously. Maybe
Because
we'll
like
find out.
the one double battle gym for no reason in there
Yeah,
was
it's the
just
only double.
really. Why?
Yeah, there are 3 double battles in the game.
I'm just like, why?
It's
in
really
hell?
weird because there's a lot of Pokemon games where there's very few double battles, but double battles are the main competitive official battling format.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be more popular. When it comes to this game, you have, or when with Pokemon, let's see, what is it? 3 introduced double battles, 4 had a lot of double battles, and 5 also had a pretty good amount. And then after that, they just kind of stopped doing them.
This
Hey, you want
reminds
one
me.
single friend ball?
They're kind of rare.
Look, one friend ball makes all the difference. I'll catch
Uh-huh,
the
uh-huh.
shiny Gimmighoul in the friend ball. I
Okay.
am going to actually be doing a bunch of raids tonight because I almost forgot about this because I want a shiny Gimmighoul.
Yeah, you can enter in treasure hunt and get some friend ball and get the nuggets. Nuggets are what I'm more excited about. I'm out of money.
Nugget.
I'm out of money.
But yeah, no.
They don't
So
have any-
I will not be buying the DLC or doing anything. I don't think I'm ever going to pick up Scarlet Violet ever again.
realistically, I'll gladly pick
No,
up
you
the
just
DLC.
like it that much, huh?
I had
Yeah.
a lot of fun with the game, so I don't mind at all.
The only reason I could ever see me turning on the game is to move Pokemon into home so they're safe.
No, I usually think about it the other way around.
I'm never
But
going to
anyway,
not
here,
be jaded about
hold
that.
up. Here, let's move on to something positive then. We don't want to drag everything down.
Positive? You think Splatoon 3 is positive? Alright,
Yes.
first of all, if you think mint chocolate chip is better than vanilla,
It's
then you're
positive if you like
wrong.
strawberry.
Baby, Big Man says fucking mint chocolate chip.
We're just gonna get to the good part. That's okay. This is all that matters. Nothing else matters.
Big Man says
It's
mint
vanilla.
chip.
You
Big
really
Man
like
says
vanilla that
mint
much?
chip.
Are you that basic?
No, I don't. I don't like mint chip or strawberry that much, though.
Here's the thing, right? Normally, if I was picking a flavor, I would have zero issue with any. Vanilla, every now and again, you get a craving for vanilla. But man, strawberry is really good, but mint chip is it's so refreshing. So nice. So good. Like, if you get a really good, high quality mint chip, you get so much depth of flavor, and it's creamy, and it's. I love
I just can't understand how anyone actually likes the flavor of mint, unironically.
It's so
Look.
good.
Carrot just enjoys the flavor of shiver. That's all he's saying.
Well, yes, that was already known.
But like,
Look at her.
Look, the fact that mint chip is just Big Man's choice.
Curry
only
likes
makes
the
it better.
flavor of Big Man.
Well, that was also
I will
known.
Hug the Big Man, bro. Look at him.
I'm choosing strawberry because it's the middle ground for the most part. I think vanilla is kind of boring, but you can do a lot more with it.
So
I think that if I was playing the game, I'd probably end up picking vanilla.
So we have Shiver, Forehead, and Vibin. Got it. Okay.
Strawberry is like the second best option there.
But no,
And the mint chocolate chip is just, I don't ever think about getting it myself. It's not that I dislike it.
Man, I got Splatoon 3 a while ago, and I've just been so busy I haven't been able to play it. I need to hop on and actually get going on it before this happens, so I have at least a decent weapon to contest with. But yeah, no,
I guess good luck on that.
It's very good.
Fun. Give us that mint chip victory, I guess.
Everyone's gonna go with mint chip. Look at it. It's already winning.
Are you still a believer in Big Man supremacy?
Yes. Why would I not be?
After the last time that Big Man got humiliated?
Yes. Why would you not?
Is there some
Look.
deep lore that I'm forgetting here?
Look, man, look.
Big Man lost the first Splatfest by a huge amount, and also the second one.
Well, he's not a girl.
Look.
That's true.
Look. Big Man's
And
just
I think
vibing.
also the third one.
Big Man's just vibing. It's fine.
All right, so
He's probably gonna lose pretty badly in this one.
Big Man is vibing.
you want something wholesome. You want something like upbeat. Let's talk about the fact that 28 years ago they came out with a game, and they said, "Let's do it again."
Oh man, this was easily the most like caught off guard announcement of the entire like.
Yeah, so I'm going to read directly what
Yeah.
a friend I was talking to said about this game because I'd asked him how he
Man.
felt about the direct, and he said that he was he was the most excited for this, not because of the reasons you think, because this was the first game he had ever bought with his own money.
Yeah, no, this
Wow.
is a huge deal. Super
So-
Mario RPG.
We assumed that Nintendo was trying to bury this game for some reason for a very long time because they refused to talk about it in
Geno and Smash.
original characters. Yeah, Geno and Smash.
Yep.
Never took off, never got acknowledged.
He
Geno,
got a costume.
yeah, very shafted.
It's astonishing to me that this is real. Like, this looks like it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's just the same game, but better.
Well, as long as it's the same game, then I'll probably play it.
I mean, it looks very similar. But, like, man, this game... I don't think I have seen more people clamor for a game than this.
If it doesn't have the secret Final Fantasy bosses, then I'm not buying it.
Well, we will see. But, like, the fact that this even exists is quite amazing. Because, like, I was not expecting this. I was expecting so many other things. I would have never called this, and it was just a joy to see. Like, my god.
Yeah, it's cool. So finally, people get to finally, Geno fans get to play their favorite game for the first time.
Yep.
It's very cool. Or I guess just in general, Mario RPGs generally held up as being a pretty good video game.
Yep.
I know it doesn't
only
sound
thing
super
I can-
excited, but
I've never played Super Mario RPG. I've heard it's great, but my god, look at this. They took Mario and they said we're gonna squeeze.
Yeah,
Look at
honestly.
this squeezed
well,
Mario.
to be fair, Squished Mario is in every 2D Mario. He
Well,
starts out that way.
He's more squeezed than
Like-
usual. It feels.
God, what did I say last night when we were talking about this? It looks like they took him into Photoshop and then dragged aside a little bit horizontally to stretch him out wideways. Like, that's what it looks like. It's so slightly wrong. But it's
Yeah.
fine,
I
I
don't feel like-
guess.
I just don't feel like that.
All the characters look pudgy, I guess is what I'm
He
saying.
looks the same way he does in the 2D games.
He looks bigger.
He does not look
So,
bigger. You're thinking
he
of
look-
after he gets the mushroom. Before he gets the
I think-
mushroom, he looks like that.
I think he looks bigger and smaller at the same time. It's very hard to explain. So really quick, before we move on to the next trailer, we do not actually have these that we're showing. So we should briefly mention there were three other Mario things shown at this direct.
Yep.
Peach has her own game.
Yep.
A remake
title
of
given.
Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Is that what it's called?
Yes, the
Yep.
second one on the 3DS.
And
yeah.
also, most importantly,
Elefantario.
God. How did
the
I
internet
know?
is going wild with this.
How did I know that? Like, the second I saw this, I just said, "Oh no!"
You
'cause
should say, "Oh
I-
no."
And then, like, I'm not even joking. The next day, Donkey's video. This is the thumbnail.
If you guys wanted to talk about this, then I would have downloaded the trailer.
Well, the only thing I really want to talk about is the fact that people okay, it's a classic Mario game. People are hyped.
Yeah,
I have a,
It
so I
looks
was watching
great.
this
Like,
with a
seriously,
friend,
it looks
right?
fantastic. Yeah.
I was watching this with a friend, and his favorite thing is Mario. He was
Yeah.
screaming. My ears were bleeding. Also, look at this.
Oh, that's pretty great.
That's cool. Whoa. Okay. They
Yeah,
had like
so-
3D latte art. All right.
Mario Wonder, by the way, that's the game that this is from. Super Mario Brothers Wonder is what it's called. Wonder. Can we add reverb in post?
So
No.
well, we're streaming.
Can we add it in post anyway?
Here,
No.
hold on. Say it again. Say it again.
Wonder.
Wonder.
That's not. All right, whatever.
Anyway,
no, yeah, it looks.
I didn't download the trailer, like I said, but I also wanted to mention just the fact that Mario Wonder looks visually pretty nice. It's clear, and this is what's interesting to me. I think they've been using the same Mario engine for every 2D Mario game that has come out since 2009.
I wouldn't doubt that. I would not
And
at all.
it looks like they finally switched over to a different engine.
Yeah, it looks so like oddly expressive, don't it? Like,
What do you mean oddly? It looks wonderful.
like
It's expressive. There's a lot of things that
It's
can
supposed
like
to be a
move
GIF
around
that didn't work.
like it looks way more like alive than previous ones did to me. Like,
okay, so I'm pulling up a picture
I
to
agree
show
with
an
that.
example. Like, for example,
yeah, it's literally, by the way, I meant very figuratively and very literally.
Yeah, the pipe
I don't
was
know
able
how I
to.
feel about the fact that like every time you hit something, it looks like a combo meter of words. The internet is also going wild because we finally have playable Daisy.
Yeah, that's a big
Is
deal.
that too. She, I don't think, has ever been playable as a character outside of the spin-off games.
Correct.
It is
This is her first time to shine.
big deal, boy. But like, no, seriously, this game looks astonishing. Like, well, astonishing might be a little strong of a word. It looks wonderful.
Right, and pull up the next
It'll
trailer
probably be a lot of
here.
fun.
Yeah. I can't wait to see all the art of Elephant Mario.
I'm assuming Dosha added Silent Hope.
That's true. I did.
I knew you were gonna add that. God damn it! I saw this, and the first thing out of my mouth was Dosha's going to like love this.
Yeah, I do like it. I want to play it, but I wanted to talk briefly about my initial reaction to this. I was like, okay, so to prep this, I want to talk about what I was thinking about is, you know, the Grand Blue Fantasy JRPG that they announced at like the Sony show.
Yeah.
That kind of got my mind thinking. Mobile game IPs could be taken by the company and turned into regular, real video games.
Yes.
So my first thought when I saw this trailer was, for real, they're doing Dragalia Lost?
So, Curry, do you know what happened to Dragalia Lost? Because neither me nor Dosha did.
What do you mean? What happened to it?
It's done. Like there's no game anymore.
They shut down in November.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, it's not like we knew anybody who was playing it, but yeah.
Yeah,
so
they ended service in 2022.
But yeah,
It might have just reached the end.
Dragalia
of
Lost was an original IP from Nintendo. It wasn't developed by them, but published by them, so it's their IP, and it was a mobile gacha game, and I don't really know much about it beyond that.
Yeah, this is not.
Right. This is not that. This is by Xseed, so it's not a Nintendo game. And more to the point, it's not. I know it's got like the cute anime things, and everybody says they're thinking it's a JRPG, but it's not. It's a dungeon crawler. It's an action dungeon crawler with base building elements, which is pretty interesting.
Oh, you mean a reciteer like?
Let me think about that. Yeah, kinda.
Oh my god!
I'm very happy. I'm so happy that tickled you so much. Good lord, that caught me off guard. I was expecting a groan.
Sorry, who did what? Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so this game has more in common with something like Diablo than it does with most other JRPGs. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Anyway, the point is, anime protagonists exceed games. That's a great way to make me just interested in a game. So yeah,
fair enough.
I probably will try to pick this up. I already wishlisted on Steam, and you can't stop me. Speaking of things I wishlisted on Steam,
Did you actually wishlist this next one?
yeah,
What did you do?
Why?
it looks freaking cool. What
What
do you
did you
mean?
do?
Why? Why
What did you
wouldn't
do?
I?
Why would you wishlist a Hot Wheels racing game?
Oh, dude, no.
Because I'm cool and
That's
Hot Wheels.
totally legit, though. No,
Wheels
the
are
last
cool.
Hot Wheels game was a Forza game, and it was great.
Well, no, here's the thing. This is a sequel. The original game came out in 2019 when I definitely wasn't paying attention to racing games. But so this game, obviously not a true racer, but also not really a kart racer, but they've got like superpowers and stuff. Like you can do double jumps and other weird stuff. They've got gravity track. But it brings like the arcadey, the kind of like childish. Yeah, look at that.
It's closer to a kart racer than it is a actual race.
But it's not a kart racer because you don't have like power-ups that you pick up through the map and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it looks fun. It looks like a lot of fun. Look, Hot Wheels are cool. I used to collect Hot Wheel, mostly the tracks, not really the Hot Wheel cars. And
What? Hold up. Wait, I'm back up. What?
what do you mean? What?
You used to collect the tracks, but no cars?
I didn't say no. I had like, I don't know, a dozen mix of like Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and other off-brand cars like that. And
Oh,
I
wait.
would use
Do you
the
mean...
tracks were the more interesting part to me.
Okay, so you didn't you just used the cars that they gave you. You didn't focus on collecting them. You just wanted to build more things with the thing.
Yeah, the cars weren't cool. It was the track building that was cool. Which is also true.
Okay. For some reason, I was picturing like you just got all the tracks and assembled the tracks, but had no cars to put through the tracks. Because that was what it sounded like you said for a second.
No, that'd be dumb. However, the tracks are cool. The idea of the tracks are cool. The way that they are being shown off here is cool. Hot Wheels are cool. I just want to say, Hot Wheels are cool. And this game looks like it's good. And look, I looked up reviews for the first one. The first one is much more of a regular racing game than this one is. But that one got really good reviews.
Yeah, it's
actually.
a Forza game.
Like really surprised. No, not the Forza one. Hot Wheels Unleashed one.
Okay, I'm fucking around, but all right.
Okay. It got really good reviews, and so I kind of want to get this game.
All right,
Fair
enough. Yeah,
and just like better, and like got these cool zany kart racing things and creative track design. That's what I want from this.
I'm getting vibes from like the same vibes that I got from getting Bionicles and building Bionicles. You got from like Hot Wheels.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
This is I mean, I did own Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver 2 for the Windows 98 computer.
Nice. But yeah, no, it looks
I
fine.
played a lot of that game.
I wouldn't question anyone playing this. It actually does look neat. I like track builders not track builders, but like I like games where you can customize stuff like this. It's like the Mario Maker of Hot Wheels games.
Well, I don't know if it has a track builder. I would hope that they would eventually have that.
They show it, yeah.
Oh, do they? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
they straight show it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. That is in there. It depends on how extensive it is, but yeah, that's probably something I would like. That was my favorite part of Grip Shift.
Oh my
the
god.
PlayStation Portable.
Ooh, boy, it has been a hot minute since I heard that.
I have never heard of Grip Shift.
Oh, boy.
Grip Shift is not really a racing game. It's more of like a puzzle game, but you're playing as a car.
Oh, man.
How does that work?
It's kind of like Trackmania.
Okay, fair enough.
Except it's got like all kinds of other stuff. You can run into TNT on tracks, and like you can do things in specific orders, and it's like that. I had a lot of fun with the game on the PlayStation Portable. Then I bought it for the PS3. This is a bit of a tangent. I bought it for the PS3, and it didn't have the track builder, and so I just got immediately bored of playing it. I was like, why didn't you include the best part of the game? But this game has most of what I like from Griff Shift. I'm kind of excited for it. Low key excited.
Low key.
This is low key.
Yeah, this is low key. Low key excited versus wait and see.
I'm genuinely trying to think of a joke.
That's one level up.
It's like car keys, but I just don't have the fucking energy. Here, let's move on. Sure,
we're gonna move on to me.
Currently,
being
I don't know what I would
shit.
be hyped to be excited for.
First, to preface really quick, I have not been able to play Pokemon Fusion. I cannot due to reasons. They apparently have manga spoilers for One Piece. Anyway, this is that, but actually real. Like, it's a licensed game this time, and it's Dragon Quest. I'm gonna play it.
Okay, so here's some information that I pulled out about Dragon Quest Monsters as a series. Dark Prince is going to be coming out 2024, or was it late 2023? I don't remember. Either way, this is the first. First of all, Dragon Quest Monsters as a spin-off started in 1998.
Wow.
Oh my God.
A long-running spin-off franchise. The last, you guys probably have not heard of it because the last U.S. title release was in 2012. It was called Terry's Wonderland on the 3DS. And that one was a remake of the first game. The last new Dragon Quest game released in the West was Joker 2, which came out in 2011. So, for Western fans, this is the first time in 13 years they've had to play a new Dragon Quest Monsters game.
I mean, that is pretty big. I mean, for
did the older ones also have a monster fusion mechanic?
I didn't look too closely into it. I just wanted to point out the fact that this is quite an old franchise. I just thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I didn't expect it to be.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this one. I'll definitely be buying it.
I mean, it looks cool. It kind of reminds me of Persona with the fusion aspect a little bit. Because that's a thing that you do in Persona games is you take 2 or more Personas and then chuck them together. And then you make bigger, better Personas. So it's kind of like that for me with like Monster Quest, I guess. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the Akira Toriyama aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Akira Toriyama certainly has an aesthetic.
He sure does. Man, how old is Akira Toriyama actually? Hold on. 68.
Wow, he's younger than I thought.
He is wizened.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so moving on to the next one is a very interesting game that I do have to preface, made by the Sonic Mania team.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Kinda. So, it's actually a brand new studio called Evening Star, but it's made up of some team members from the Sonic Mania team. One of them being the main one being the I didn't write his name down. Christian, whatever his name is, the guy who was the actual lead developer on Mania. As for the game, this is, by the way, published by Take-Two, so take that for what it is. That aside the point, this is their first original title and first game for the studio under this name. But the fact that Sonic Mania was as good as it was, I think I have good faith that this will be good. Then again, on some level, this draws comparisons to Balan Wonderland, which does give me pause a little bit, even if maybe it's not
Balan
fair.
Wonderland is just awful.
Yeah, it tanked horribly.
That was made by the original Sonic creator, and people thought it was going to be good.
I kind of see where the worry is coming from. Really, when I saw this, I was just like, this looks cute. I'm not really hugely interested in it, but it looks cute. So, I guess we'll just have to see when it comes out, because right now we don't have enough information on it.
I'll probably get it, but when it goes on sale.
Yeah, It strikes me as one of those ones that's like an impulse buy.
Like, I feel like I'll enjoy it because I do like the movement of like jumping in the air and doing like a Spider-Man, but I don't know how much this game costs, and if it's retail, it's not worth it.
Yep.
I guess it just depends on how well it compares to other. It doesn't really look very Sonic-like in terms of the gameplay. There are segments where you're moving quite quickly, but it seems like it's going to be more of a. I mean, it's a linear level-based platformer, probably. With a lot of air movement. You can't exactly compare it to something like Spark the Electric Jester. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. Now
Yo.
the next, I believe these are the last two sets of these two next videos are the last game. Starting off with the first video.
Baby. I knew you were going to put this one on here as well. Okay, tell me if this is a big deal or not, because I want to know.
It kind of is, it kind of isn't. So, first off, this is a remake of the second game in the Star Ocean franchise. The first game was remade, and it's available on the Switch. It was remade in 2019, though. The second trailer is the first game's trailer.
Okay.
And I did this mostly so I could draw a contrast between the visual style between these two, because it changes quite drastically. The first game is trying to be, or I guess we'll start with the second one since it's on screen. The second one, obviously, this is like the polished pixel art style. You've got these nice 3D environments. You've got modern particle effects. You've got bloom and modern lighting, god rays, stuff like that going on here.
Yeah, very Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, for sure. But when you look over at the first game...
You want me to switch it over now?
Yeah, go ahead. The first game shown, they did not do that. What they did is they tried to recreate the original visuals for the original game, more or less, it seems, but in HD. So you have this painted background, which was the norm at the time, instead of it being proper 3D. And you have like regular pixel characters and stuff. I mean, it's fine. It's just it's very different. It's interesting that they took a very different.
Yeah. I almost prefer this one a little bit because it just looks a little bit more like, what is the word I'm looking for here?
It almost looks like the second one has too much bloom.
Yeah, like the second one looks like it's been over designed.
That's what people feel about Octopath Traveler in some degree.
Well, like, I'm sure that they're both fine games, and there's nothing particularly wrong with what they did to the second one, but it is a distinct style change.
I just thought that part was interesting, is that it's so different between the two.
Yeah. Alright, fair enough then.
Yeah, there's only one thing that I have to say about this trailer for this game here. No, not that one. This girl. Precis. Okay, add it to the list. That's all I have to say.
I don't know. This is gonna. Okay.
Fair enough.
This has voice cutscenes, so maybe we'll see what she sounds like later when the game comes out. But regardless, I'll probably pick these up. I'm always interested to try out, especially like really long-running franchises. I kind of want to see where they started. And this franchise started out in the 90s. Also, when I was talking about it with you guys yesterday, I said that this was made by Sega. It is not made by Sega. I keep getting Star Ocean mixed up with Sega's franchise, Phantasy Star.
It's a very easy mistake to make, I feel.
Yep. Yeah, I keep mixing it up. Phantasy Star right now is basically exclusively MMOs. They haven't done in fact, they were kind of pioneering. The first MMO online fantasy art, damn it, Phantasy Star Online, the first game, not for the whole franchise. The first game for their franchise also started in the 90s, but Fantasy Online was from the 2000s.
Yep.
And they've pretty much stuck to doing MMOs ever since then. And they really kind of pioneered it. They did console MMOs. If you ever had a GameCube and you had a port on the bottom and you had no idea what it was for, that was so that you could. There's a dongle that came with Phantasy Star Online for the GameCube that you would plug in to that slot that would give you an Ethernet cable.
Okay.
Plug in. It was a Cat 5. That's what it was for. It was for Phantasy Star.
Well then.
So you could play the MMO on your GameCube. They also had an MMO on the DS called Phantasy Star Online Zero.
So I was trying to find a picture of that, and instead I found this.
Yo.
Yeah, I think that was probably for Phantasy Star Online.
Bruh.
Yeah, you can see the Ethernet cables plugged in there. It's kind of an L-shaped extension.
Yeah. You have to shove it in on the bottom of the GameCube. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember people, like, store shit in the bottom of their GameCubes. It's hilarious. There's so much space for attachments that there's just, like, a cavernous area in the bottom of it. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a couple of carve-outs. One of them is for the what is it called, the Game Boy player, and the other one was for a connector like this.
Yeah. Well, so that's all of the list.
Anyway, my point is Star Ocean is not Phantasy Star.
Oh my god, we're back. Well, real quick, does anyone have anything to say now that we're basically at the end of E3, more or less? Like, what do you think of just the whole thing in general?
One
Yeah,
other
for
thing.
just E3 and oh yeah, go ahead.
I feel like we have to mention it. Pikmin 4, they showed off like a substantial amount of gameplay.
I forgot about that. I'm excited
None
for
of
it,
us-
but man.
None of us here have played Pikmin, so
I
none
have.
of us are excited.
They-
Okay, well,
I raised my hand in the back of the room. I did it.
oh, okay.
Pikmin 1 and 2 are on the Switch now.
Is it your
I-
favorite game
No,
of
not
all
at all.
time?
I
Are you-
actually never beat either of them, but despite that, I played both.
Oh, okay. I don't know if
Like-
you're really a true fan then. I'm
No,
looking
I
to tell
really
you that.
do want to play Pikmin 4, but I was just gonna sit here like, we have the rule of like, don't bring up a game that you don't have a little bit to talk about, and I was like, it's a Pikmin game, it looks neat. And that was the end of my thoughts, so I didn't include it on my list.
Yeah. Fair enough. I guess I just wanted to talk about the fact that it was Pikmin 4, and
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to bring up. I feel like not bringing up is doing somewhat of a disservice, since it's probably one of the. There are two games that were in this showcase that are like the big blockbuster titles for this period, and one of them's Pikmin 4, and the other one's Mario Wonder. So there we go.
Yep, fair enough. Well, I mean, they did just release Tears of the Kingdom, so there's their goatee.
Oh yeah, there
Yeah,
was
that was in
deals,
spring.
not deals. There was amiibos or something or other for that.
What is
Oh,
there?
yeah,
They
there-
had an
they-
amiibo announcement.
Yeah, there's going to be 2 new Zelda amiibos for
well-
the holiday.
One Zelda and one's Ganon.
Well, Zelda as a series, Legend of
Yeah,
Zelda
yeah,
amiibo.
He made a funny.
It's a joke. I don't
Oh,
get it. I
wait,
don't.
what? I don't get it.
It's okay.
Okay.
We had a flip-flop. It's fine. But anyway, no, yeah, so... God. Was this E3 boring?
Most of it was. I mean, look, the best thing. There was a couple of actual showcases that were
Okay.
entertaining. Obviously,
Yeah.
I
Here's the
like
thing.
Jeff Keighley. I like Volvi. Everyone loves Volvi,
Listen,
and of course, I like Day 9.
here's the thing. This year was better than last year.
That's not
Wow,
saying
that's
a
a whole
lot, though.
Last year was so bad.
Yeah,
I don't remember
This year
last year.
was better.
that should tell
The
you
year
that it was
before
bad.
I don't know if 2020 was better than.
I remember
Wait, no,
2019. 2019 was a banger.
Can we
I
do a
remember
review of
2021
E3
a little bit.
2005?
I remember just a little bit of 2021. 2022 was awful. 2023, I think it was better, but we still have like this oversaturation of games, especially in the indie market, in this one specific genre.
Yeah.
Or like these series of related genres. It's just it's got
Say
a.
it with me. Farming
I hope
sim,
we don't see
hunting
more
survival, yeah, buddy.
I'm hoping that if any more release, that they will just like be the last ones that we'll see. I'm hoping that we'll just see less farming games, less city building mechanics next year. There have been too many. We can stop.
Yeah,
I understand.
I'm just like,
For a while, Stardew Valley was the only one.
it's
But
just
we
like
can stop now. It's fine.
too
There's
damn
too
many.
Stop, please.
This is the definition of oversaturation. It is insane to me that there are even
I
this
don't
many
need
getting
more-
produced.
Yeah, I don't need more Animal Crossing likes. I don't need more Harvest Moon likes.
Like, look, if you want to do something cool, do like Harvestella. Harvestella was a good one.
Harvestella
they-
is unique in that it's a JRPG, but there's also farming, and that's just how you make your money. But it's mostly a JRPG more than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like yeah, it's it's not really a farming game.
It's just so.
Look, if we ever
strange.
get a God of War farming game, I'll play. That's all I have to say.
It's not really
Kratos.
anything specific. It's not a chill
but, like-
game. It's very story driven.
Yeah,
It sets itself apart in a lot of ways.
that's overall my interpretation of this as well. It was like there were definitely a few surprises, few cool games, like at least one good game on each of the major publishers, and most of the indie shows had cool stuff as well. But just in between that is just this glut of just monotonous, repetitive, boring nonsense. Like it's really bizarre to me because like there were so many things on our list for this year, at least on my list. I think I listed more things than anyone else here.
You did.
And yet at the same time, I also feel like there was basically nothing. I don't know what magician's trick this is. It feels like most of the showcases here were just kind of empty.
I mean, that's going to be true for any showcase at any point in time. There's only going to be a few games that you're going to find interesting. Most of them are going to not be for you, or they're going to be, maybe a genre you like, but it's going to be like a bad take on it.
But like normally, even
That's gonna be
with that,
common.
I can like look at what they're releasing and be like, oh yeah, that's quality. I'm not interested, but that's quality.
Mostly it's just we get more and more indies every year, it
Yeah.
seems. So I think that that's a big part of it. It's just that there's more indies, and there's not a lot of vetting when it comes to these showcases, especially stuff like with Guerrilla Collective. They seem to just show everything that they have on hand.
It's so,
Who else?
I don't know. Overall, my very, very cold take on this E3
Wholesome
is that it
Games.
was mostly mediocre.
Wholesome Games seems pretty bad at curating their lists, or maybe it's
Wholesome
just the
Frog.
nature of the show.
I'm just like
Frog.
frog. But no, like,
Future Play was kind of
I know that it's like it's so weird to
Game
say
show.
this because like it's like, oh, I didn't like the games except the ones I liked, which is more or less what I'm saying. But I'm just like,
well, I mean that's fine. I think that's
it's-
fine.
Yeah, it's just like there were
Well,
so few
The
games
reason
comparatively.
why we only talked about very specific games is because those were the only ones we cared about.
I'm just like, it.
I feel like
God
I have
bless.
an idea that would probably make you might enjoy it more, Curry,
Okay.
is to not watch them live so you can skip the trash.
No, I'm 100% doing
Sure.
that next year. 100%. Like, I watched so many of these live, and every one of the ones that I watched live, I had a worse time with. I watched the Nintendo one, and I skipped through, like, a good quarter of it, and that felt so much better.
That's fine.
There
You
was
guys
a lot
can
of
do
it when
that.
I was watching the Nintendo one live that I kind of wish I could have skipped through, but
I'm
like-
afraid I'm going to miss something by skipping through a lot of the times, unless it's like actually something that I have zero interest in.
Like,
Like
I
I
think...
don't know if EA does a sport.
Yeah, like,
At me.
in
Wow.
Then I'm
Microsoft
going to
does
skip.
a
EA
car.
does a sport revolutionary.
Oh my god, look, there's a car on stage at the Microsoft
Oh, yeah,
conference
the
again, and
Crew
this time
2
it's not
had a
made of
trailer?
Lego.
Hey, Curry,
Mhm.
did you know there's a game where you can farm?
God help me.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, oh, and Dosha, don't forget, there's a game where you can build a city, I think.
Holy fuck.
Hey, Carrot, there's another Dark Souls over there.
Yo.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. There's like a lot of Metroidvanias now.
I honestly, there seemed like there were less
Because
than
of the
last
boon
year.
of what is that game?
Hollow Knight.
Yeah, because of the boon of Hollow Knight, it's just going like out off the wall crazy.
Oh my god.
I felt like they were already kind of increasing. I don't feel like it's as bad as.
Oh
Faring,
wait,
but still like a
shit.
lot of those. It has the same
Shit.
problem. They don't stand out because there's just so many. We mentioned it when we talked about the Witch Hat game.
Where the hell is Silksong?
Well, they had a release date, didn't they?
Did they?
I'm looking it up right now.
Did they have
Somebody
an
at
actual
one of these
release
shows
date?
talked about over the course of this somewhere.
Currently, it does not have a release date.
Oh,
It was
sure?
intended for a launch window in the first half of 2023. We are just past the first half of 2023, boys. I don't think Silk Song exists.
No.
Oh no! Wait, I remember it was at the Game Awards.
Oh no.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's gonna be at the Game Awards 2027.
Oh
So
man.
Oh no!
Fuck, that's funny.
I wonder what the
Actually-
developers are saying about it now.
Wait, that's a really good
Oh, actually,
question.
wait.
Hold on. Like, so there's Silk Song and there's Metroid Prime 4. What other games? Oh, and Beyond Good and Evil 2. What in the hell? Oh, I just realized coincidentally, like, one of each of the big three have a singular game that is just in development.
Star
hell.
Citizen. Star Citizen, anyone?
Does that count?
Star Citizen is still not out.
But you can play it though.
Well, you can play My understanding is not so much nowadays. They were working on it at one point, but now they haven't really been communicating very well. I don't know. I've seen some videos pop up on my timeline about it on YouTube. I'll look into it more.
Okay.
Yeah, so I found a
It seems
comment
like
about.
people are starting to get
Star
upset with it. Even the big fans of it are getting upset with it.
I mean, look, it's become more than a meme. It's become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I mean, with Starfield coming out and kind of promising a lot of the same things, and then obviously with No Man's Sky
Yeah.
already doing a lot of the things that Star Citizen was promising too. I mean, maybe not in as much detail. Star Citizen wants to be like Elite Dangerous levels of developed. But like for multiple different things. They have like a shooter mode, they have a bunch of other stuff going on.
But no, yeah, I'm just sitting here like, holy hell, there's quite a few games that are missing. Oh yeah, this is a little bit of a minor one, but also Routine was not demonstrated, which I was really kind of hoping for.
Really quick to run back on two things
I'd like to hear
before we
Dana
get too
talk
off track.
about it.
Two things I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
First, for Silk Song on May 9th, 2023, quote, "Hey gang, just a quick update about Silk Song. We had planned to release it in the first half of 2023, but development is still continuing. We're excited by how the game is shaping up, and it's gotten quite big, so we want to take the time to make the game as good as we can. Expect more details from us as soon as we get closer to release."
I guess. But so we're stepping backwards. They gave a release window, and then they're like, Lamau, we're going to develop it more instead, and we're not telling you.
This has happened 3 times, I believe.
I like how
annoying.
I scrolled down to the comments on that post, and one of the top replies is Tectone in all caps saying, "Bro, I'm rock hard." Then I looked up Star Citizen because I didn't know what that was, and I found a comment. Someone asked in 2021, "When's the estimated release date?" And this comment says, "The game will be ready in the year 2800 when the Earth reaches a Type 1 civilization."
It's not wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
so
someone
apparently-
can wait. Do you reckon that someone could use AI to make Silk Song before the actual developers?
That's a good point. However, one more thing, I just want to point out this, and this is So there's a Star Citizen subreddit. It's got 370,000 subscribers. There's another subreddit with 14,000 subscribers called Star Citizen Refunds.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. That's funny.
Yeah, some people are apparently starting to get fed up with it. I'll look more into it later. So the question people with shows like this like to ask, and I think we should too, Who won NOT-E3?
No one.
No one.
Nintendo, probably.
Like, honestly, it's really sad for me to admit this, but yeah, I think Super Mario RPG is enough.
I think
Like,
Xbox went from having
I
one
at
of the
least
worst
respect that's a big
showcases.
deal.
I
Yeah,
think
Xbox had a lot of like we had out of everything Xbox the most things that we showed, so maybe Xbox.
Xbox went from having one of the worst showcases to having one of the best. Is it the best? I'm kind of leaning in that direction.
Well, yeah, no, the best showcase
Honestly,
was a tie between Volvi and Day 9.
I'm memeing.
I think it's largely because they bought a bunch of companies, and now finally they have been cultivating them, and then finally we're seeing fruits from all the projects that have been put on the table.
I think that
and there's a lot of high-profile, good-looking games coming.
In terms of just raw stuff offered that looked good, a lot of it is hinging on Starfield, I'm going to be honest, but if Starfield comes out and it's great, then yeah, fantastic. But honestly, none of the showcases particularly blew me away this year. But, like, the only time I actually stood up and said, oh shit, the entire time was when they announced Super Mario RPG. Like, that was the only huge surprise.
That was a big surprise. That's true. Yeah, I didn't really feel Actually,
I felt the
I had that
glee
moment
and
with
giddy.
Grand Blue Fantasy. That game looks so good.
It
I
does
felt
look
the glee
great,
and giddy
yeah.
for a lot of games, like the fact that we're seeing Bennett Foddy again.
Oh god.
I'm excited for Sandland, even if I don't know
God.
the series.
Sure.
I'm excited for Engard. I'm really excited for. Wait, where is it? Metaphor Refantasio.
Oh, actually, you know what? No, wait.
Yeah,
That's not fair. Actually, no. I'm gonna change mine to Microsoft because I can't communicate to my brain that they did the Persona thing. So yeah, I'll give it to Microsoft. Microsoft did great.
Yeah, the Atlas Direct was entirely about that game. If you're interested in that game, I recommend going and watch it because it's in detail about like the philosophy and design of everything, from like the music that they chose to the character design and all that.
Yeah, I actually
it's really
still
early
need
stuff,
to
though.
watch
They don't have
it.
any gameplay to show.
I completely forgot to watch it, so I'll go do that, I guess.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to. Like, I'm already gonna buy the game. I don't need to see anything more about it.
What's cool is that when they talk about the music, they put like a traditional score over like Buddhist chants.
Yeah.
For like the main score that they have in the trailers and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it sounds really good. It sounds unique. The visual direction that they went in is because they want to make a fantasy game, but they want it to be they want it to stand out from other they want it to be Atlas. They want it to like, they said, what can we take that's like modern or like recentish, like what about 60s or 70s fashion can we incorporate into a fantasy world?
Like, honestly, Refantasio may be the most interesting thing that they showed, like, just through, maybe that's too strong of a statement, but I feel like, honestly, the few times that I've been excited, now that I'm actually remembering, because again, I can't fucking get it through my thick numbskull of a head that Microsoft is actually getting anime games now, that Persona being re-released and Refantasio and even the Tactics game, just like that was cool, and like Starfield looks interesting, even though I'm still very skeptical about it. And then Nintendo had Super Mario RPG and the new Mario game, both of which look great. And then Sony had, what was that one big one that Sony had? I just can't think of it.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Thank you. And then Sony had Spider-Man, which, you know, it's just Spider-Man, but again. So I mean, like,
if you liked it.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not trying to down it. I'm just saying it's like, it's not a surprise.
I don't remember if we talked about this last time, but a lot of people on Twitter seemed really disappointed that it was just the same game.
What were they expecting?
They were mad. They were mad that Spider-Man was once again taking place in New York.
Why? It doesn't make anyway.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That the New York street level superhero is taking place in New York City. What a surprise! Wow, look, it's fine.
Can you believe
it? An open world video game set in the same location. What's important is that you like iterate on it in an interesting way.
Yeah.
There are a lot of open world games that have more or less the same place.
How do these Twitter folk feel about the fact that there's a Batman game and he's in Gotham City every time?
Oh my god.
My god.
Well, the thing is, they change locations for each one of those games.
Are they upset that the hit Broadway musical of like decades long past Oklahoma is set in Oklahoma?
If somebody claimed to remake the musical and it was still set in Oklahoma, they might be mad.
We're gonna do the Broadway musical Oklahoma, but it's in Beijing, China.
It's a sequel, but we make entirely use. Yeah,
it's a sequel.
They use the same sets.
It's Oklahoma 2.
Oklahoma 2.
Oklahoma 2, baby.
Oklahoma 2.
It's Oklahoma 2, and then we just call it Texas.
Let's see. So I was scanning through my wish list that I put together, and I can't think. I don't really know if any of these games are something that I'm like, I want to buy as soon as this comes out. Necessarily.
Really? I think the only games that, again, the Persona ones. Well, maybe not the Tactics one. I might wait for that one. I'll probably
You're
pick
gonna buy
up
the Persona 3 game even if it has the changed voice actors?
Look, if it's really that bad, I'll just turn it to Japanese. It's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Atlas cash in my what is it? Goodwill? Is that the thing about it? Yeah. Because like I believe in Atlas as a company. I like most of the stuff that they do. So I'll trust that whoever's helming the voice actor changes knows what they're doing, and it's not going to detract from the experience.
Yeah. I guess, no, now that I think about it, at this point, I'm basically not willing to buy anything on launch. I'm basically not willing to buy anything on launch anymore unless it shows that, or unless it's a game that I expect to talk about on launch. Or that I know that I'm going to at least want to experience for myself.
What games this year have I bought online?
Basically, it's Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon.
That's about it.
Yeah, for me, it's Pokemon, Metroid Dread, Tears of the Kingdom.
As long as they don't change the...
I think that's it.
As long as they don't change the basic gameplay of Pokemon in terms of like the battles too much, then I'll probably continue playing those. And even if they end up being really bad, I still plan to play them.
Yeah.
You know, just to like understand. I'm very invested in the franchise, so I don't feel bad about buying Pokemon day one.
Yeah. I'm very invested in Pokemon. I don't know if I'm gonna buy any more Pokemon games. I'm
very invested. I'm not gonna spend any more money on it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, oh no, wait, you didn't like Arceus, right? Legends Arceus.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
It's.
So I was gonna say, what if there's a Legends 2?
What if there's just a game where it's only for it?
Legends Kyurem.
Legends for it.
This music has been going on in my head for the past, I don't know how long.
Well, now it's going to be in everyone's head for the rest of the day. It's
just the first half of the song.
Yeah, that's the worst part, is it keeps getting cut right when it goes to the loop. So before we lose our mind, let's finish a wrap up talking about what we're doing next time.
Yep.
Okay, so I haven't talked to you guys about this. I don't want to do anything next month.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm tired of video games for a little while.
You're tired of video games?
Okay, I'm tired of like new video games for a little bit. Look, okay. I have a copy of Legend of Zelda
that you haven't played yet,
unwrapped, on my desk. I have not had a chance to play it. Yeah. I would like to have a chance to play it.
It's a surprise guest at the very end. It's Art.
Everyone. Hey, welcome,
surprise
Art.
Guest. We are currently streaming live.
Yeah, I heard you say you didn't want to do anything next month.
Yeah.
Here.
I don't want to do Pokemon.
Boy, he summoned the rage. Here, hold on.
I feel better by now. I get what everyone else is saying.
Oh my God.
I have one opinion to say about the Miles Morales game.
Okay.
People are probably thinking, since Miles Morales is related to the whole Spider-Verse thing, maybe they're expecting to go into different Spider-Verses.
That would be cool.
But yeah, so if we're not doing Pokemon next month, are we just taking a break next month entirely?
That's kind of what I want to do, yeah.
I think that is
Okay.
totally fine by me.
That will give me more time because my plan was to immediately, once we're done doing this, is to start back on playing Ultra Sun Ultra Moon,
Yeah.
which I'm still going to do because I still have to finish making an entire shiny team.
I think
Okay,
that would
that's
be
fine.
wonderful for me as well because I have I have barely gotten to play Tears of the Kingdom. I have 7 other games I have on my block that I want to play, so that's fine by me.
I've got stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm doing a float trip later this month, and then my
Nice.
birthday's coming up and some other stuff. Who knows
What's
what's
a
going to
float
happen?
Oh, happy early birthday.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Happy
Uh,
birthday.
A float trip is where you go on a river and you float down the river, and then you get off the river.
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
Wow, what a concept.
It sounds
Just
cool.
float.
That just sounds like the lazy river at
What a concept.
like a
I could
public
use a
pool.
little fuel myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not rafting, but you're going to be using. What are we using? We're using kayaks.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I've always wanted to go
Ooh,
and do that.
kayaking.
It sounds like it would be
I've been
fun.
one time I went to a river where you just kind of sit in something and it kind of float down. The only reason I remember that is because the instructor made sure everyone knew if you fall inside the river, don't.
Just don't. Just
Because
don't.
you'll
Don't.
fucking die.
Alright,
Yeah, that's
So-
rafting for you. Don't fall in.
don't fall in.
Although there are things you can do to maybe prevent yourself from dying.
They said there was something like
sometimes.
like not like whirlpools or sinkholes, but kind of like in between in that.
Ugh. Well, here, I don't want to be blunt honest about this, but I have a phone call that I've been meaning to make for 10 minutes, so let's wrap this up.
All right.
So
I
since
guess
we're
that's
not doing
pretty
Ultra
much
Sun
it.
Ultra Moon next month, in the month afterwards we will be.
Yeah, boy.
So that'll be at the end of August. Let's see what day. The
I
upload
finally
day
get to make my water team.
should be the 29th of August. So we've got quite a while to
Yeah.
go.
And
on
I get
that.
to do my all shiny team, and I get to do
And
a
then I
meme
can-
that I've had planned for 6 months.
Yay.
That sounds wonderful. Well, all right, everybody. That, once again, I believe that just caps out NOT-E3.
Yep,
Woo,
Whoa!
baby.
we're done until next year.
We're free.
Okay, so
Let
I
me the
mentioned
hell
there's
out
gonna
of
be
here.
I mentioned there's going to be other showcases.
Yeah.
Annapurna Interactive is on the 29th. I don't think we're going to be doing live streams for. You guys want to do?
I thought we
THQ
weren't going to do any content for anything else.
No.
Well-
I think unless there is something utterly insane that shows up, I think we're just
Like, if we get a
done.
Mario RPG announcement, kind of like that.
THQ Nordic is not that minor.
I
of a-
cannot think of a
public hit.
single game that THQ Nordic would make that I would want to get another stream key for.
Okay, so they
I
did.
mean, we can just make a short if we really want to.
Yeah, we could record
Well,
something
first of all-
if there's something a surprise.
First of all, it
but
saves the stream key. Okay.
it saves the
Second.
stream key.
Second, THQ Nordic has what's that one game that people compared to Legend of Zelda? Darksiders.
They do, and Darksiders is currently in the shitter, so unless they want to go back to what
Is
made
it?
it cool, then yeah.
I don't know. I think they're making a
Darksiders,
third
that
one.
PS2 game that I'm thinking of.
No,
Yeah,
it
3.
was
It came out on
uh,
PlayStation 3.
yeah, it
Oh,
was
no, I'm thinking of
PS3,
a different game. I'm
Xbox.
thinking of Dark Cloud.
I loved Darksiders 1 and 2. 3 I've heard is okay, and then they made a Diablo-like, and I don't know what they're doing anymore.
I don't know. Well, anyway,
anyway.
so we don't have any news for the EA show. Wait, no, it's. Yeah, I didn't see any news about any EA show this year.
They probably don't have enough. Well, it was part of Xbox's thing, I think, but
I don't know.
anyway.
So
yeah.
I didn't see anything about that. And as far as I know, there isn't really anything major until August. 23rd is the Future Game Show, which is the one we had here. But it's going to be again end in August. Gamescom is going to have a live stream when it's open, so that's August 22nd. Aside from that, I guess the next thing we can guarantee that we're going to stream, aside from maybe another Nintendo Direct, which they'll have one in the fall. The the next one worth streaming is going to be the Game Awards. So
fantastic. We'll probably try to do
Great.
that live, I think.
I can't wait to see another award for Genshin Impact, where we rig the
Genshin
thing,
Impact,
get 10
free
wishes
Prime
from
Gem,
Sonic.
free
Impact.
Prime Gem.
people have pointed out that we get Prima Gems for being nominated, not for winning.
It doesn't matter, vote.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, vote.
Anyway.
Like, I'll vote for Star Rail too, I don't care.
Alright, I have tried to end this gracefully for like 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Goodbye,
Nope,
everybody.
that's pretty much it. All right, see you in August.
Bye.
Bye.
Whoa.